There we go. And we're live.
We are live.
Dylan,
Ah,
it's Judgment Day, I suppose. 2 years of tanking all comes down to this. 2 years of the most unwatchable basketball I'd ever seen. All comes down to this. I gotta be honest, and I'm not trying to be that dude. I don't really think it matters where we pick. I don't see this team being good with this version of the rebuild. I think it's going to be the next rebuild when Marks isn't here, where we have a chance to be good. Am I being too pessimistic?
no. There's definitely still some concerns no matter where the pick lands. It really just depends on how this offseason goes. And I think it's going to be very telling where the direction of this team goes based on this offseason. I think adding, two key veterans that can play heavy minutes is going to be an ideal option. Like the Hartensteins of the world, the Luke Dorts, the CJ McCollums. I definitely think those are some options that the Nets need to look into. But it also comes down to, what stars ultimately become available, what happens with, Michael Porter Jr. if he gets an extension, Day'Ron Sharpe if he's back, Nick Claxton if he's here or gone. So there's a lot of moving pieces this offseason that's really going to determine whether or not this team's serious to trying to compete by next year. Whammy just met Darren Peterson. Uh-oh. Let it begin. Let it begin.
So last year when we went to the draft, I was in the airport. Mm-hmm. And there was a dude that looked just like Jeremiah Fears. He even had the big O necklace. I don't know if the O was for number 0 or for Oklahoma, but he had the O necklace, right? So I'm with my daughter. I'm like, I got to go say what's up to him. And I go up to him. He's like, you're the 5th person who said that to me. I'm not Jeremiah Fears. Mm-hmm. I'm like, you're clearly Jeremiah Fears. Like, no, I'm Colin Murray Boyle's friend. I don't even know Jeremiah Fears. I'm looking at him. I'm like, this guy's bullshitting me. Like, it was Fears. He had the same necklace. I was like, that has to be him. But he swore to me it wasn't, and I was just randomly the 5th person that went up to him and asked him if he was Jeremiah Fears. I don't know. I thought that was an omen. I don't know. Maybe him meeting Darren Peterson. Maybe that means Peterson's going to be a net. I don't know. Where do you think Peterson goes though? 1, 2, or he's not 1, 2, or 3. Where do you think Peterson goes?
Like I said, man, it really depends. It's going to come down to who picks number 1, right? If it's Brooklyn, I do think they're going to Bonsta. But say it's a team like Dallas, I think Dallas would go with Peterson. So it really just comes down to who gets the pick. But I do see him guaranteed being in the top 2. I think that there's going to be a team that trusts what he does, what his abilities are, and ultimately, get past the cramping issue, which they ended up finding out was due to creatine overdosing. Which is actually pretty funny to hear that because I had just dealt with something similar where I had increased my dosage from 5 to 15, and I started noticing calf cramps, back spasms, and things like that. So, I mean, it's a justified reason as to why he was dealing with such bad cramping. But he's got that figured out. That shouldn't be an issue moving forward. And I definitely think that there's going to be a team that selects him in the top 2. I don't think he falls past
2. Again, you said 7 and 3. I'm not going to hold you to it because you don't want to jinx it. I said 5. I'm looking at this. Why does the NBA want to hook us up? I guess that's my question. We could say that the NBA, to me, the NBA lottery is like the moon landing. Like, if you actually look at it, there's no way you think this is on the up and up. Like, there's no way. So the NBA, and they're well within their rights to do this, is going to predetermine who picks where. You got Indiana on the comeback, although what they did was disgusting. They should be investigated. You got
they shouldn't even be investigated. They should just be banished from the league. But the problem is, too, is they're not going to let that pick fall to 5 because you have to remember, too, even though Indiana tanked so disgustingly, the Clippers also illegally brought in Kawhi Leonard in his contract. So I think they're going to punish the Clippers more than they're going to punish Indiana. I think Indiana ends up picking 4.
Dallas picks 3. They're getting Boucher.
Dallas is going to be given a top 3 pick. They still owe one more good pick because of the Luka trade. So, yes, I do see Dallas in the top 3. I see Indiana at 4. And it really comes down to whether or not they're going to bump up another team like Golden State, Miami, Charlotte, or maybe even Milwaukee. The only way Milwaukee gets into the top 4 is if Atlanta's at number 1. So it really, like, at that point, it could be Atlanta at 1, Dallas at 2, Indiana at 3, Milwaukee at 4. Like, I could genuinely see that being a possibility.
Those are the 2 teams I want to touch on. Atlanta is a thriving market. It's a growing market. It just doesn't like the Hawks, right? And there's a reason for this. If you go to Atlanta, and I like Atlanta, I'm not bad-mouthing Atlanta. No one in Atlanta is from Atlanta. Everyone's from somewhere else in Atlanta. You get people from the South, you get people from New York, you get people from all over the place. DC, for some reason, like there's a ton of people in Atlanta who grew up in DC. So they don't really like the Hawks, but it is a big market and it's big money.
Yeah.
And the Hawks are building something. Do you see Atlanta jumping up into the top 3?
I don't know. I don't think they're going to give Atlanta the top 3. I do think that they're going to put them in a position where they can select Acuff or Flemings. I think that that's probably the pick that makes the most sense for them after trading Trae Young. The highest I can see them picking is 2, just because of Darren Peterson. But ultimately, I do end up thinking that Giannis may be heading to Atlanta. I could see that as a possibility where they trade like the 5th, 6th, or 7th pick to go out and get Giannis. So I think there's a lot of options on the table. But as of right now, I do see 3 of Dallas, Indiana, Milwaukee, or Atlanta in the top 4. So it really comes down to who's that bottom end team that gets lucky enough to stay in that range. And if you're looking at those bottom end teams, you've got Brooklyn, you've got Washington, you've got Utah. I definitely think with the moves that Utah made, they don't need a top 4 pick. And because Brooklyn's the largest market, I can genuinely see us in that top 4. So I'm hoping that they see that. Joe Tsai's there, Vince Carter's there, Mr. Whammy's there. So they clearly sent the house. Hopefully Joe Tsai's there, establishing dominance, looking at Adam Silver and being like, you're welcome for bringing China back into the NBA. Give us our pick and what we deserve. So hopefully, man, I'm nervous as shit. I mean, listen, I don't usually drink on streams, but we're gonna have a couple, and hopefully we stand up, drop the computer, and I look up at the TV and it's a top 4 pick. So we'll see in an hour.
Statistically, it should be a top 4 pick, but I feel like no one has any confidence that it will be a top 4 pick. Statistically, we have a 54% chance or something like that of picking in the top 4. So
statistically, over the past 10 years, the 3rd overall odds have not dropped out of the top 4 once.
Go over that again. Talk about that. I'm gonna share this on Twitter.
I was gonna say, and if you also want to put the link in the chat, I know some fans are gonna want to jump in here today. I'm sure Leaf will be in here at some point.
Give me 1 second. Let me put this on Twitter, and then I'll
Yeah, over the past, let's see, I'll pull it back up on chat over here. Let's see, top three, where are you? No. Let's see. God, I look way too much shit up on here on ChatGPT. I gotta find this again. All right, well, regardless, I think I remember it pretty well. Dating back to 2016, starting from there. 2016, number 3 jumped up to 1. The next 2 years, it was at 3. The year after that, it was 1. The next 2 years, it was 3. The year after that, it was 1. And the year after that, it was 4. So it has not landed outside of the top 4 once, which for me is a bit scary because it means that it's well overdue to drop out of the top 4. But at the same time, with some of the antics that were pulled this year, with how rigged the lottery is, I don't think that they'll screw over Brooklyn in back-to-back years. I can't see that being a possibility.
Make the argument why the Nets deserve a top 4 pick.
We bring you money. We brought you back China. We brought in more money. And we've got a market where a star can really brand himself into being one of the top players in the league.
How important for the direction of the team? If they land a top 4 pick, what direction do they go in? If they land 5, 6, or 7, what direction do they go in?
I don't even know what the possibilities are if they land outside of the top 4. This is a do or die situation for this franchise.
I wanted to address that. Of all the days, is this the most important day in the franchise history since moving to Brooklyn.
110%.
What about the day they got Kyrie and KD and
More important.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you, Dylan. I kind of agree with you. That was short term, no matter what. That was either going to work or it wasn't. It was. We knew that was short term when it happened.
Mm-hmm.
This is an opportunity to get our first ever homegrown superstar.
Yep. Yeah, I mean it's really do or die at this point. Like this is what we made these trades for, was these 2 drafts, and last year we didn't get into the position that we had wanted to. We still got the guy that we wanted, which was good, but ultimately this year is top 4 or like death. Like this could be franchise killing if they don't get top 4 this year.
If we don't get top 4, let's say we get 5 or 6, we have a ton of draft capital. Is it possible that we can go from 5 to 3, hypothetically?
Depending on the team that's picking there, yeah. I mean, if I'm being genuine, if we land 5, I would trade 3 future firsts and the 5th pick to move into 3. I don't care what you have to do to get it. I'm doing it.
All right, we are just a half hour away. How do I watch? I just put hang on. Let me get it.
I got ABC on in the background, but I'm going to have a bit of a delay. So I may be keeping an eye on my phone for the live reaction, but we'll see. I say that I'll never check it, but I can't not see it live.
I'm still slightly retarded, still trying to figure out YouTube TV. I got YouTube TV like 3 months ago. There it is. All right. Go to ABC. All right, we got this. 5. All right. 3 minutes away. So tip off. All right, let me put the link in there too for the people. I'm sure we're gonna get a lot of people who want in on this.
Yeah, I know I got a couple of guys from Instagram that may be in here wanting to tune in, so I think we can have up to 10 as well.
Yeah. All right. The link, let me pin this too. The link is in the chat. Y'all come through. If anyone wants to chop it up, we'll be live through the duration. We'll have a reaction. Hopefully it's a good reaction. Hopefully it's not like last year. I'm about to pin that in the chat. Hopefully it's not like last year.
And listen, I brought all the luck in the world, man. I got everything out and about today. We got the MPJ jersey, the VC jersey, the KD jersey. We got all the Vince memorabilia. We've got the hat. We've got the Nets press jersey. We're trying to bring all the antics out so this way we can get this top pick. Last year we were a bit stagnant, just wearing the shirt. This year we're going to bring out all the guns. So, hopefully we can get this top 4 pick, man.
We were 20 and 62, correct? It was 20 and 62? 20 and 62.
Yeah.
And people are still complaining that we didn't tank hard enough. We were 20 and 62. What were your thoughts on the season and how the tank went?
Yeah, it just came down to the games where they didn't tank hard enough, where you need to lose to certain teams. We'll figure out what that means for us today, but ultimately, a comeback win against Detroit wasn't necessary. A couple of wins against the Bucks wasn't necessary. Towards the latter half of the season, beating some of the tanking teams, it wasn't necessary.
They were 20 and 62,
and they should have been 16 and 66.
What? It wouldn't have changed the difference. It wouldn't. We would still have the same exact percentage chance of getting the first overall pick if we were 0 and 82.
We've had this debate too much. The floor of the pick is more important than the ceiling of the pick. The fact that the worst pick you could have had is 5 versus 7 is a very, very big difference. That's the difference between Acuff versus Kingston Flemings. So to me, I will always stand pat on my idea behind the draft and where you need to be to get what you need to get. And that's
if we get the first overall pick in the draft, we will draft a very good player. We will have an opportunity to draft a very good player. If we get the 7th pick in the draft, we will get the opportunity to draft a very good player. It's all about how you build around that team. It's like
there's a
I always talk about the legendary
and a guy
the 2019 draft. The 2019 draft where it was Zion, Ja, and then RJ. Zion, Ja, and RJ. And it was really Zion was in a tier by himself. He was legendary tier. Ja was an all-star, and then RJ was a good player. And that was the tiers.
Mm-hmm.
And the Knicks went from 1 to 3. The Pelicans got the first pick. The Grizzlies got the second pick. Of those three teams, the one that didn't get the superstar, of those three teams, which has had the best run since that draft?
The Knicks.
Who's had the worst?
Pelicans.
You understand my point? Like, you're gonna.
But that also comes down to team construction. Like, New Orleans has never been able to build around some of these players. We've showcased the ability to bring on superstars through free agency, through trades. We've shown the ability to bring the league money. We have shown the ability to build a brand around players in Brooklyn. I mean, look at KD and what he's talked about with Brooklyn. Some of his most biggest investments in branding ability is in Brooklyn still. Like, it's still a place where people are making money and bringing the league money.
I'll let you respond. But we get superstars. It's like saying Cleveland gets superstars. No, we got lucky that Kyrie happened to be born in New Jersey and loved the Nets. Just like Cleveland got LeBron twice. Like, we don't get superstars. Like, we're not the Lakers.
That's also not true, though, because at the end of the day, James Harden did say that he wanted to be a Net. Right,
and that was a trade down to Kyrie. It was Kyrie came here. KD wanted to play with Kyrie. Harden wanted to play. If Kyrie was born in Minnesota, the Timberwolves would have had that.
Same thing with Jason Kidd back in the day. We were able to land him, right? Same thing with Vince. We were able to land him. But that's what I'm saying, though. So the Nets have always been a destination with trades and free agency, but it just comes down to whether or not they have the ability to actually bring him in. Same thing goes back to New Jersey when we had the ability to bring in Dwight Howard, and it fell through last second. So it's not like stars and superstars have not been here. No matter the circumstance of how they got here, there's been abilities and chances where we've had the opportunities to come and grab them. So clearly, we are still a destination in a much larger market now, where we bring the league money, we bring the league visibility. You know, it's out of the bottom tier teams that you talk about, like New Orleans and Memphis and Brooklyn and Washington. There's one thing that stands out about us versus them, and that's simply the market that we bring to the NBA and how much we generate. I was gonna say, we got a couple of people in here though. Welcome in, guys. How you doing?
What up, Dylan? What up, Gary?
What's going on?
How are you?
What's going on?
We're stressed, man. We brought out the little Mick Ultras. We're stressed today, man.
I wouldn't. If I'm y'all, I wouldn't. Like I'm gonna tell you, I'm not a Nets fan. I ain't got no horse in this race. I'm CJ's friend. He told me to come up here. I wouldn't be worried if I'm y'all. I believe y'all probably gonna get a top 4 pick. But but yeah, I'm a Pelicans fan, so I was hearing what you were saying about us, and I agree. We can't build, but with the Zion thing, with the whole thing of you saying that y'all bring in a lot of money, which y'all do, but it would go back to the same thing. We wouldn't have got Zion if that was the case. It would have went to New York or LA. Yeah. LA had the 4th pick. So that's why I say I don't think the draft lottery rigged, but I do believe that they probably going to hold a bunch of the tanky teams this season because of how much rules they're trying to implement from the tanking.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you this, Ashton. So let me just give you a couple instances. In the first ever draft lottery, one of the great college players of all time, Patrick Ewing, goes to the Knicks.
Oh, yeah.
You can go watch the lottery. Derrick Rose goes to his hometown. LeBron James goes to his hometown. Wembanyama goes to the most popular team in Europe, right? Penny Hardaway goes to Orlando to play with Shaquille O'Neal when they want to build a dynasty when Michael Jordan retires. Like,
well, Penny that was a trade. That was a trade for Penny Hardaway.
Well, yeah, they got the number 2 pick, and they knew that Golden State wanted. They were going to take Penny Hardaway. They knew that Golden State wanted Chris Webber, so that's what happened there. They took Webber and then traded him to Penny and got another pick in return. But you understand what I'm saying, right? Like, it's just and then.
Like, I understand what you're trying to say. Yeah, I understand it, but
you can even go back to say with Dallas last year, right? I don't think there's there's a more rigged lottery than last year if you really look into it. You trade a superstar and top 4 player in the league, and 4 months later, you're gifted a number 1 pick from the 9th odds or the 10th odds, whatever it was. That was a clear rig job. In no universe does Dallas land that pick.
Like I'll tell you, I do believe that sometimes it does, but I also believe that there are times they don't, because like I said, Zion went to New Orleans, and trust me when I say this, I had no faith in us getting Zion, and I'm like, we still fucked it up regardless.
I mean, it really comes down to the fact that you guys are so stagnant on making moves. Like Trey Murphy's a great player, but at the end of the day, if it means going out and getting a true star around Zion that can help out, I don't even want to. I just want to reset. I don't even want to do that. I want to keep the young guys and reset. Yep. No, I hear you. That was definitely something that you should have looked into like 2 years ago. But now that
it's amazing though, New Orleans like won the lottery of lotteries twice with AD and Zion. Like twice they got like the big prize, and they haven't been out of the first round of the playoffs. Correct?
We did with AD twice. We did with AD twice.
You got out of the first. You went to the second round.
Yeah, we got blown out by the Warriors.
Okay, I thought they lost the first round.
Yeah, you can even back to Chris Paul.
With Chris Paul, we went far.
Paul, he did. Yeah.
Yeah, but with AD, we did build around AD. I'm not gonna let when everybody said we didn't. We did build. Second year, we got him Drew Holiday. 4th year, we got him DeMarcus Cousins. 6th year, he won out. Like you did build around him. It just didn't work out.
No.
And I agree with you. I just DeMarcus Cousins. I think all of us thought that was a problem. And Boogie Cousins was a great player. He was a really talented player. He's a loser though. Like no. Yeah.
Like hang on. Like I'm gonna tell you, like a lot of players are losers, and that's fine. Just it just never works out. But let's talk about the draft, man.
We're 23 minutes away.
There's a lot of great.
Hey, how's it going, fellas?
Young talent.
How's it going?
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
What's going on? We ready? We ready to all crash out as Brooklyn fans?
Man, this is the first draft lottery I'm at in my apartment complex now. So some people are gonna either be very stranged out or very weirded out by if they hear screaming of joy or anger. There's definitely going to be a wall punch. We gotta make sure not to cause any damage. So I got 2 blankets next to me that we're prepared to throw up at the TV.
Yeah, no sharp and heavy objects next to you.
I gotta stay away from the apartment. The apartment provided insurance policies here. So we gotta be careful. We've got all
nervous,
the
man. I haven't been this nervous in a long time. I wasn't even that nervous last year because because of the way we were playing last year, I was like, we're not gonna get a top 4 pick because we just won too much. And in a sense, we kind of won too much this year, but we still put ourselves in a position to be in the top 3 odds. But I don't know, man. I'm more nervous this year because we're so close.
Mm-hmm.
This
is the most nervous I have been since Game 7 against Milwaukee.
Oh yeah. Oh man, don't bring back those memories. Oh my god.
This is the most nervous I have been since that day. Like last year, I was nervous, but I also knew where we were at. We had no chance because historically, the 6 odds they've never moved up. This year though this is do or die for me. Like we're gonna
so justifiably, right?
I've got 5 beers left. We're either finishing today with 3 beers or we're finishing today with 6 plus the next pack that I go and get when I walk over after this. So
that's right. To your point, justifiably, we're justifiably nervous. I mean, consider all things considered. So I mean, I don't know, man. We just gotta. I mean, we just gotta get top 3. Give me top 3. I'll take top 4, but give me top 3, and I'll be happy. I'll be ecstatic.
I'm cool with top 4.
AJ,
I think everybody in the panel know who I want.
I just think they're gonna suck no matter what. Like I think they're so poorly constructed. If they get
Gary, why are you bringing your negativity to it? You don't need to bring the negativity to this, man. Come on, brother.
Listen, bro. Listen. We've got everything that we need here for the luck. All right, we got Big Mike, we got Vince, we got KD. All right, we're here, man. We're bringing some luck. We got Whammy there, we got Vince there. Fuck Josiah, but he's there. We're here. Come on.
Move all the Kyrie stuff out.
The Kyrie stuff is buried. The Kyrie stuff is buried.
Okay.
We gave that shit up a while ago. Anybody want a jersey of the Kyrie's? Feel free to swing me $20 and it's coming your way. I got 6.
I'll give you 15.
Kai was your boy.
You give me 15?
Man, he was my guy too, man.
Listen, I'll give you 4 jerseys.
He was my guy too.
Okay. So we working on a deal.
45. No. 50. Take it or leave it. You asked for 15. That would have been 60 for 4. All right, so I'll bump down to 50. You give me 50 for 4, and you got a deal.
All right.
I got Bed-Stuy. I got the Black City edition. I got the regular, and I got the Navy.
You had faith in Kyrie.
Bro, because I was a Jersey guy, bro. I loved Kyrie.
You got the Bed-Stuy jersey?
Absolutely.
I got the Bed-Stuy jersey.
Absolutely.
Not a lot of people know this, but before I transitioned myself into a Nets page, the reason why I wasn't a Nets page at the start was because I was still playing high school ball and just didn't have the time to cover the team. So I originally started it as a Kyrie page. Kyrie had followed me. I got DMs with him still from back when we used to talk. He used to follow me, like the whole 9 yards. I was very close with Kyrie for a little bit. But I mean, like growing up as a Jersey kid, like Kyrie was the guy. But what he did in Brooklyn, man, fucking anybody want jerseys, $15 a pop.
We might talk about that Bed-Stuy one. That jersey was dope.
Do we think it's worse? Do we think it's worse than what D Will did?
Yeah, 100%.
Is it worse than that?
100%.
Yeah.
Well, what did D Will do?
Because at the end of the day, though,
Jerry,
Kyrie
are you serious? You don't know what D
No,
Will did?
I'm dead serious. And that's a Texas guy. Maybe I'm defending him blindly, like he's defending his Jersey guy blindly. But what
I'm not even defending him. Fuck him. Like what he did here.
D Will signed here and played here.
He disappeared.
He just didn't play well.
And he disappeared.
It's not even that he didn't play well. He just dealt with injuries. He was very lazy at times. I still love the D Will days because when he did play, he was so fun to watch. He was still
absolutely.
I don't get that he was lazy. How was he lazy?
Because he just didn't keep his body in the right condition to where he can play at an all-star level consistently. Like when he was on the floor, he looked like an all-star. He compared to his Utah days, he didn't do what he was doing over there consistently here.
Correct. And then he shrunk after the trade. Like, because, and Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, they all said it.
He had a 56-point game here.
That's one time. But we're talking about holistically. And Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett said it best. They were like, when we came over here, we understood that this was D Will's team. And we just wanted to add to that. And he said it wasn't that. It wasn't that at all. They had to they slowly took over the team from D Will, KG, and
by the end of that first year, it was Paul Pierce's team for sure. Yeah,
absolutely. And so I think that's one of the biggest things that hangs over D Will's tenure here is that piece. Is that he was not the guy. Once we re-signed, got that big contract, we made the trade, which is one of the worst trades in history, and still, I'm sorry, I hate that trade.
No.
You know what trade beat that is the AD trade beat that one.
I was going to say the Luka trade and the Mikal Bridges trade we're going to look back on, and those are going to be worse than this trade, hopefully.
What if the Knicks win a championship? They're not going to beat the team.
It's not even about them winning a championship because they can do whatever they want. That doesn't affect us. It comes down to can that 2029 or that later 2030 pick turn into a top 3 pick, and can this pick that we have this year turn into a top 4 pick? If those two things happen, then that Mikal trade is one of the worst trades of all time. Because
I still think it is.
And you know what crazy? I've been trying to tell New York fans that bull crap.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
They don't want to listen, man. They don't want to listen.
They will not listen. They won't. They won't hear it.
Them winning a championship does not affect my life. They
got Bridges, and they thought they got some all-star impact player. I'm like, brah.
But that's even if it don't pan out to get a top 4, whatever. You gave up 5 first-round picks for Mikal Bridges. That's something to me.
And you paid him $34 million.
That's where I said that you lost that trade. Like it don't matter what these guys do; it's the amount you gave up to get it.
They paid a superstar price for a 2-year window. Yeah. After next season, they are done.
Yeah, and I try to tell. I got a bunch of friends who are Knicks fans, and there's no talking to them right now. I'm like, yo, y'all know this is y'all's window. Y'all want to talk about the Nets, blah blah blah. Listen, it wasn't that long ago when we owned y'all, so don't forget. Don't forget that. But they forget that real quick.
What they did for Mikal is what we did for Harden. It's the same exact situation. right? We
Yeah,
bought
that's true.
ourselves a 2-year window. It didn't work. We had to blow it up. It's going to be the same shit with New York. And there's already talks that Brunson's annoyed that he took that pay cut, and now he wants to get his worth. So
Now he wants to get his.
yeah,
Yep.
like the Cat's not going to be on that team next year. You got Mikel, who's may or may not be on that team next year. Like they're running out of options. They don't have the capital.
And you can't tell them nothing because guess what? Even if they don't win the championship, they still think they're getting Giannis. So you can't tell them nothing.
Exactly.
I want them to get Giannis. I want them to get Giannis because at the end of the day,
I do too.
You're going to lose all the shooting.
Yeah, they're going to lose. They're going to lose all their depth. They're going to lose all their shooting. They're going to lose all their capital. They're going to have no moves moving forward. It's going to be a Brunson.
It'll be the Melo trade all over again.
It'll
be the Melo trade all over again.
Yeah, it's going to be a Brunson or a Giannis playoff injury away every year from not being competitive. So go ahead, do it. I want them to do it. Because that just makes our picks more valuable.
Yep. It does make a Brunson and Giannis pick and roll every game, and then Giannis needs the ball. Like he don't like playing with ball dominant guards.
No, he's even said that he doesn't want to get another star guard over in Milwaukee if he was to stay there. Like
the best guard for Giannis was Drew Holiday. That was the best guard for him. They were at their best when he was
could play off ball.
That's still why I think Portland's the team that goes after him because he's already talked about wanting to play with Dame and Drew again. And at the end of the day,
they got the Milwaukee picks. And they got Milwaukee picks too.
If Milwaukee's smart, they deal with Portland. I think that's the best deal that they can go for.
Yeah.
You get Jeremy Grant, Scoot Henderson, maybe Shaedon Sharp.
They got to get Shaedon. They got to get off Shaedon's contract. He didn't even perform in the playoffs.
Nope. I think it comes down to if they take on Shaedon or Hansen.
Can I ask Gary a question? Hey, Gary, so why do you think, if I can go back to your original thought, why do you think wholeheartedly that we're gonna suck next year? I think it's hard to say that right now when we don't know what pick we're getting and then we don't know what moves we're gonna make with all the cap space that we have. And remember, we were
I agree.
We were strategically tanking games because we had to fit in with with what the other teams were doing. But you know what I'm saying? So I'm curious to know why you think wholeheartedly that we're gonna stink next year because I really don't think we are.
Let me answer that because our roster is horrible. I don't think there's really one good player on the roster other than MPJ, and I don't believe in our GM at all. I think we have the worst GM in professional sports, and I don't think he'll do it. I don't think he'll do anything of substance, of significance this offseason. I think we're gonna sit and pick, and we're gonna if we get one, we'll sit and pick at one, and we'll sign some. We'll sign CJ McCollum, and that'll be our big offseason move on a 1-year deal.
What the fuck?
So,
that's CJ McCollum.
Oh.
Okay, you got okay. I just don't understand what my
Gary,
biggest issue is Sean Marks. I don't think we'll ever be good with Sean Marks. Go ahead.
To say that he's the worst GM of all sports I think that's a big that's kind of messed up. I'm not a fan of some of the moves he's made, but listen, if you had an opportunity to get KD, Kyrie, and Harden, you do it, and we do it
every time.
I was against the Harden trade from day one. I thought the Harden trade was bad.
But when they played together, it was beautiful. When they played together, the
15 games they played together,
it was beautiful. Yeah, 14.
I never like.
Oh, 14.
Go back. I never liked the Harden trade. I was against. I'd rather have the depth than have one more All-Star who's just going to take shots away from two of the most efficient scorers to ever live. I never liked that trade.
But they worked together when they were on the floor. They were.
But you don't have a big enough.
It was just getting them on the floor.
You don't have a big enough sample size to say that. Like you can't definitively make that statement one way or the other. They played 15 games together. You don't have a big enough sample size.
I mean, that's fair, but when that sample size that we did have, it was pretty remarkable when they were on the floor together.
Most of it's in the regular season. Yeah.
Even the playoffs, when you look at the first round against Boston, it was incredibly dominant. It was one of the most dominant series you saw ever. Like they
in the first two games against Milwaukee was dominant. Yep.
Right. Yep. I wouldn't even say the first two games. The first, if you really look at it, the first four. Right. We lost game 3, but if you look at game 4, if you look at game 4, though, we were up 12 or 13 before Kyrie got hurt before the end of the half. Right. We were easily
before he got undercut by Giannis.
Yeah, we were easily going up 3-1 in that series, and it would have been.
I'll tell you.
So
after Giannis did that, I wanted to see him out in the street. I was so mad.
I've never been angrier at a play in my life. That was the dirtiest shit that I've ever seen.
And you knew it was you knew that was the season because his ankle went like sideways. Like this isn't like he just landed on it wrong. I'm like,
Yeah.
That's like they're like Kyrie's gonna be day to day. Like he ain't gonna be day to day. He is not.
With the way he plays, he needs
Nets
his
could have
ankles.
made it to the finals without Harden, but the fact that Harden would have been back for the finals, even if he didn't play in the finals, I don't think that Phoenix team beats us because of the experience. Like you had Mikal in one of his first few years, Cam Johnson in one of his first few years. That was Devin Booker's first deep playoff push. The only real vet that they had on that team with experience was Chris Paul, and he's a known choker. So to me, whether Harden
we
played
would
or
have beat
not,
Phoenix.
absolutely, we would have beat them.
Absolutely,
6. Yeah,
absolutely. There's some fans that hate KD and don't think he has. I'm like, listen, he is forever goated in Brooklyn lore because of that Milwaukee series, and because
100%.
For me,
also because he was the last one standing. Like he had all the issues, he had all the chances in the world to want out, and he stuck around. He signed his extension. He rarely bitched on a media standpoint. Like everything that came out about him was always behind closed doors, through Shams, through Woj, through Windhurst. Like there was never anything that he said publicly out loud about Brooklyn that was in a bad way. So
obviously, you didn't follow his burner account. That's why you didn't follow his burner account. I know.
I wanna address this. So the Kyrie Irving thing, and I don't know if that was deliberate or not. What was like blatantly disturbing, and you guys might not remember this, is when John Starks fouled Kenny Anderson, and that was basically the end of our franchise right there. Drazen died. John Starks fouled Kenny Anderson, broke his wrist, and then
I remember
that team would have won a championship. That team, when Michael Jordan retired,
that team. People don't talk about
that
team enough. You're right, Gary. People don't talk about that team enough. That team with Derek Coleman, that team was a great team.
All this sounds like it's like the Nets should be due.
We are due.
That's all it sounds like.
We're overdue, man. We're overdue.
Haven't had a first overall pick since 2000. The last 3 of our 4 picks that we've owned have gone top 3, and they weren't ours.
Thanks to Sean.
Remember the
Billy
terrible King. 2000? What was it? 2010. We had the worst record, 12-70, and we ended with the 3rd pick.
No.
I do have a feeling, though. That by commercial break we're going to be top 4. I don't know.
I've been saying.
LM.
I've been saying that.
I mean, think about it.
So who does everybody want?
5
Who does everybody want?
Huh? I had one Caleb. I don't know who everybody else had one.
I don't have a preferred player.
Okay.
I don't prefer a player, but like that's
of course I want AJ, but I mean realistically, as long as we're top 4, I really don't care. Like
I think the 2 players that make the most sense for us right now is Peterson and AJ. I shouldn't even say make sense. I should say the 2 that have the highest ceilings. Like if you're putting it in order of who makes the most sense fit wise, I would say Peterson at 1, Wilson at 2, Boozer at 3, Devonsta at 4. And the only reason I say that is because I think our 2 biggest needs positional wise is shooting guard and power forward. So that's the only reason why I would even say that.
I'm not in love with Boozer, man. I'm just not
like
in love
him
with Boozer.
I understand that he's not flashy, and there's a lot of focus in high school and college on the flashy player. But when you look at his skill set, he is by far the most polished. He's by far the most NBA ready. When you look at his overall game, he can space the floor. He can score from all 3 levels. He's a dominant rebounder. He's a very, very good playmaker, similar to Paolo Banchero's playmaking. He reminds me a lot of Minnesota Kevin Love with a ceiling of Tim Duncan.
I told someone like that on my last one.
That's huge. That's huge. Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying, though. He's got the highest floor in the draft. Like, he's a guaranteed second option, right? Some of these guys are like boom or bust, where like Peterson, for example, like, he could be a Hall of Famer, number 1 option, one of the best scorers in the league. But he's also the type of guy who is an injury away or a bad situation away from ruining his career. So I think Boozer's the most established and polished player and the safest pick.
He's the confident with his draft.
Exactly.
But when we consider the Brooklyn makeup, to your point though, like we need a guy that fits into, because is Claxton coming back? Maybe, right?
He's still under contract.
They stay in the hole. We need a power forward that can space the floor.
Well, Boozer can, and he does it very efficiently. He's actually the best floor spacer out of any of these 4 players in the draft as of right now, efficiency-wise. The volume isn't high, but in terms of the smart shot selection and the efficiency, Boozer's actually the best out of them all.
And he still does it pretty well. Like 4 attempts a night is still good for a power forward.
Oh, yeah. I think he's like 1.5 makes for every 4, so he's shooting around like 36 to 39%.
Well, it is 255.
It's 38.5. That's the percentage.
Yeah, I mean,
my thing is,
that's
you were talking about Darren Peterson. I'm not the biggest fan of him, but I want to know how would that work with Igor, because y'all play Igor at the 2, if I'm not mistaken.
So to me, I would put Peterson at the 2 because he didn't show enough playmaking ability this year, and I think Yegor does have a cap on the level of how much he can score per game. I see him as like a 17 to 20 point per game guy at his best, and that's really just going to come down to whether or not he can become stronger with the ball and play off of the perimeter pressure.
Yeah,
because he showcased a bit of mid range.
Yeah, my whole thing with him is I don't trust Igor as a point guard. I just think he's too tall and lanky, and I don't think his handle is that good enough to be an actual.
I agree.
Remember
this off guard.
I agree to an extent, but you also have to look at Josh Giddey as the perfect example. Giddey doesn't have a bag, right?
He doesn't.
Giddey is very, very limited in what he has from a handle standpoint, from a first step standpoint, from a strength standpoint, and that to me is the Yegor comp. So
you know what, Dylan? I'm gonna apologize to you. I said that was his comp when he was coming in, and I completely forgot about Giddey when I was talking about him this year. So you know what?
I kind of see Yegor as a mixture between Halliburton and Yegor, right? He's got the Halliburton floor spacing, but he's got the Giddey bag and the Giddey playmaking ability. So I think that the Nets need to trust in him as a point guard rather than trying to make him into this floor spacing forward. And if they get Peterson, I play Yegor at the 1, Peterson at the 2, MPJ at the 3. That gives you
honestly that makes sense, but I don't think our point guard is on the team right now. I
wouldn't say that. I trust Yegor and Traore enough to run the play.
Do you see what I mean, though? Like, that's what I mean about Marks. He drafted 3 point guards, and we don't have a point guard. I don't think you're wrong, but that's what I mean. You say he's not the worst GM in ever. He's the worst GM ever. Like, bring me back.
Ever is crazy.
Hang on, you're starting small forward just to play about all your.
Is it? Name one. Okay, fine. Name one.
You saying he's worse than Billy King? Come on, man.
Oh,
he's worse than Billy King.
Yes, he is.
No, I will agree with.
Hang on.
He's not worse than Billy King.
It's Brandon.
He's not worse than Billy King.
I'm a little away from the screen, so I can't see the name. My fault.
Hang on.
All good, bro.
Name me one GM who's ever done anything worse than draft 3 point guards in the first round.
Billy King, when he traded away the rights to Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and a championship in Boston.
Oh my God.
To be fair, if it wasn't for Billy King, we might not be in this scenario.
Okay, name another GM that's drafted 3 point guards in the first round, and then this fan base said we don't have a point guard on our roster.
Yeah, OKC did it.
OKC did it, but they had a point guard on the roster. The difference is people aren't satisfied.
When did OKC take 3 point guards in the first round?
They had 5 first round pick with Giddey that year with Giddey, where they drafted a bunch of them.
Okay, well, there's your point guard.
They already had SGA.
But
yeah, you got me rolling over
your point guard.
But he's not on their team. He wasn't on their team.
That's fine. That's not the same.
He also wasn't.
To be fair, I do feel like it's kind of ill-advised. Like, we got to see 5 years from now what these guys look like. Like, I don't think anyone. If Yegor turns into a competent starting point guard for us, like, I don't think we're gonna be looking back and being like, "Yo, that was a bad."
Out the Yegor issue. Everybody, I had said this at the beginning of the year, and him and the front office admitted to it at the end of the year. He was on a limited role because of his plantar fascia. He was dealing with a tear in his foot that limited his ability to move. So what did they do? They focused on his biggest weakness, which was his floor spacing, and he just so happened to be the second best 3-point shooter in this rookie class. So that already in itself is much better than anything we could have expected. Now you're looking at him this offseason to get healthy, to focus on his muscle strength in his first step. And once that's figured out, you now have a well-rounded 6'9" point guard who can do a little bit of everything, which is
he's got a clutch gene. He's got a clutch gene.
Exactly. He's Giddey with a floor spacing ability.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, he's going to
possibly be better, Gary. How's that, Gary?
What was that?
It's 3:00, ladies and gentlemen. Let the witching hour begin.
Yes, sir. 3:00.
Camera's coming on. We're gonna get the reaction.
I just don't understand the Sean Marks simping. I don't get it.
I don't like Sean Marks, but again, he has a 50-50 ability. One move sucks, and you're like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And the other move is like, "Holy shit, how'd you pull it off?" right?
Which move are you referring to? That's like I can't.
Mikal Bridges cannot believe you got 5 first-round picks for him. Kevin Durant can't believe you got 4 first-round picks for him.
For Kevin Durant?
At the age of 35?
I think that was a bad trade. You got 4 bad picks for one of the greatest basketball players who ever lived.
You got 9 picks within 2 trades off of that deal.
What they did
and you ended up turning 3 of those into your picks back.
Hang on, we got to revisit this Kevin Durant thing. You got
back.
2 players who are objectively bad players.
Okay,
so
look at the whole trade.
Players.
Look at the whole entirety of the trade. Let me break it down for you. Hold on, let me break it down for you.
Yeah,
you got 4 picks and 2 players for KD. You turned
the players. The players were negatives, not plus.
That's fine.
Both those players were god awful.
Mikal Bridges was a plus. You got 5 picks for him in return. Cam Johnson was a plus. You got Michael Porter Jr. and a first-round pick unprotected in return.
The only thing
you just got 10 first-round picks and Michael Porter Jr. for KD.
All right, fine. That's fine.
That is a great haul. That's a great.
Yeah,
that's an insane haul.
That's an insane haul.
That's what you traded. You took on Porter because Denver viewed him as a bad contract. Denver was wrong. But that's why you got him, because Denver thought it was a bad contract. So what you got really was 2 bad contracts in Bridges and Cam Johnson.
But you got
awful basketball players.
For KD,
they're both
KD, you got your 2 picks.
Well,
back,
one of the greatest basketball
9
players
additional
ever
picks
lived.
and Michael Porter Jr.
4 late ones. That's not the value.
Yeah, but you didn't keep those bad contracts. You got also Mikal
Brown.
That's
fair.
You got,
that's fair. That's fair.
That's what I'm saying. So even though it was bad at the time, look at how it turned out.
It's not even so much that it was for 10 first. I was gonna say it was literally KD for Yegor Zhomin, Michael Porter Jr. and 9 first-round picks. Plus this pick this year that we got back.
And then.
But that's what I'm saying, though. The one trade unfolded into the ability to have a full-blown rebuild where you actually have a chance.
Let me address that.
That's better than trading KD away for one player and a pick.
Let me address what Dylan said. I'll let go. All right, so
they
had the best roster in the NBA. Hang on. They had the best roster in the NBA by a mile. Then they made those trades. And they have the worst roster in the NBA, and you guys are praising them. It's extraordinary.
We definitely didn't have the best roster in the NBA, simply based on the fact that Ben Simmons was not available when Kyrie and KD were here. So we did not have the best roster.
Well, he's still on the roster. So you have the best roster in the NBA.
But that's what I'm saying, though. He didn't play, and when he played, he wasn't good. So it's not like we had the best roster.
You had the best roster ever. When you had Kyrie, Harden, and KD, you had the best roster ever.
Boston had the best roster that year.
Marcus Smart, Jason.
When you had Harden, KD, and Kyrie. So you had the greatest roster ever. You took that, and now you have the worst roster ever. Not the worst roster ever, but the worst roster in basketball. Okay, that's a win. I don't understand how that's a win. I'll let you guys feel that. So you went from the best.
I've already explained how this is a win. We turned a rebuild that should have taken 7 years into a rebuild that's now on year 2, and likely over because we don't own our pick next year. We have flexibility with the finances where we can spend money. We have a shit ton of draft capital where you can make moves to bring on better players. You have the ability right now within the next 10 minutes to land a top 4 pick and change your franchise.
So if the Nets go 31-51, which they will, right? Then we're going to call back and do this a year from now and talk about how good the Nets are.
Well you're going to be a developmental team, though. You're a developmental team.
Think about it. Yeah, 31 wins.
Who are they developing?
The 5 guys that were former rookies.
Come on, man. You got to admit, our coach is developing these guys.
I love the coach. The best thing Marks did was Kenny and then Jordy. He hit the coaches.
Yes.
All right. The review
got to
is
give
in
him
15 minutes, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
So there's a world where either
I do love our coach.
Or they get completely hosed.
You know, kind of frustrating throughout the season at times. But I think we have our coach for sure. The right guy to coach young guys.
I agree. We got the right coach for sure.
Yeah, at least y'all got a coach. My teams don't know who they want to hire. We thinking of Rondo.
I don't understand why you guys hired Joe D as your GM.
He was okay. So he was a.
This is the guy that drafted. What was the white guy's name that they drafted over Carmelo, Wade, and Bosh? What was his name?
Joe D.
When Joe Dumars was
Joe Dumars.
Oh, Joe
he
Dumars.
Picked,
okay.
Yeah.
You know, as Jets fans, Joe D means Joe Douglas.
Look, I can't.
Yeah, I know. I hate that guy too.
I can't tell. Look, I can't tell you why he did it, but I'll tell you this with Joe. He was
Thank
a
God for
family.
Mooch.
He was a
Thank God for Mooch.
he was a family friend to Miss Benson, who's the owner of the Saints and Pelicans.
Darko Milicic went 2, Carmelo Anthony went 3, Chris Bosh went 4, Dwayne Wade went 5.
Oh,
I'm
man,
gonna repeat that. Darko Milicic went 2. That was your guy. Carmelo Anthony went 3, Chris Bosh went 4, Wade went 5. But continue, please.
Yeah, but
That's like this year
didn't
if the
even
team
want
was
him.
to select Keaton Wagler at 2.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I like Keaton Wagler. It's just
He's tough. He reminds me a lot of Devin Booker. But again, that's like taking him at 2 and passing up on Peterson, Boozer, and Wilson.
But
That's
you see,
the
I don't really like Derek Peterson. He struggles to finish over.
Man, I'll tell you,
guards.
OKC.
I don't really like Derek Peterson that much.
Talk about best GMs. They've got the best front office in all of sports,
in league
in my
history.
opinion.
In league history.
In league history.
Yeah.
That team is stacked.
Who do y'all think is going to jump up?
I think one of Miami, Golden State, or Dallas.
Chicago.
I think Dallas is the team that's going to move up.
Okay. I got
not
either Golden
Dallas.
State or
I
Chicago.
really hope it's not Dallas again.
They owe him still, man. The league made that move. They owe him still. They're going to go top 4 this year. I can very well see them picking number 2 and getting Peterson.
Oh, that would frustrate.
You got Kyrie, Peterson, and Flag as your.
Oh my gosh.
Ridiculous.
But if Golden State gets him, I think that's where Derek.
My heart
Peterson,
still hurts
If
for
he gets
Flag.
Golden State gets into the top 3, I actually see them going Boozer because again, you have to think about it from their perspective, where they have an old team that needs to win now. Who's the guy that can come into the league and make an immediate impact right off the rip?
That makes sense.
That
makes sense.
Definitely Boozer, and not only that, they do need a guy that can be a consistent paint presence since they lost. But my thing is,
we'll be playing.
I think Derek Peterson. Who I think Derek
next year,
Peterson's best fit is
just enough for you.
I think Derek Peterson's best fit is Golden State. I think with the off-ball presence of Curry and the dribble handoffs that they have, I think he fits their system better.
I think Peterson's best fit is Dallas. I think Boozer's best fit is Brooklyn. I think Wilson's best fit is Chicago, and I think DeBonsta's best fit is probably
a team where he just gets to develop.
A team where he's the clear
Sacramento
lower.
Sacramento.
I wouldn't say Sacramento just because they're horrible with development. They're really bad.
They're really bad.
That is a piss poor organization.
Bad.
Honestly, DeBansta in Utah makes a lot of sense just because of the fact that he can play the 2 at 6'10". Like if you've got Keontae George, AJ DeBonsta, Larry Markkinen, Jaren Jackson, and Walker Kessler as your starting 5, that's a team that's going to finish top 5 in the West next year.
Absolutely, sure. But I would be getting rid of Larry Markkinen today. If I'm Utah,
is it Sacramento or Utah that traded for a bunch of guys?
Utah
and sat them out for the rest of the year.
Utah did it.
Both of them considerably did it because Sacramento traded for
true.
Andre Hunter. They sat him. They have Zach LaVine. He sat out for majority of the year. Sabonis was out for majority of the year. And then when Utah traded for Jaren Jackson, they sat him out after like 5 games. Larry Markkinen sits out every season for tanking purposes. So yeah, they both were in similar situations.
How do y'all feel about the coin flip for Indiana? It's either they get the top 4 pick or it goes to the Clippers.
They're going to gift it to them. They made that protection for a reason. They know the Clippers are being investigated for the Kawhi shit. I don't think the league gives the Clippers that pick. It really comes down to whether or not the NBA hates the Kawhi situation or the fact that Indiana blatantly tanked live on national television every night. And I think they're gonna punish the Clippers for that more than they're gonna punish Indiana.
Yeah.
So you truly feel the lottery is rigged?
100%.
100%.
I will say this though. I do think 3 of the 4 teams in the top 4 are going to be Eastern Conference teams because the West is too stacked. They need to balance out the league and help the East out a little.
Balance the scales a little bit.
Yep. So I do think Brooklyn and Chicago could be 2 teams guaranteed to be in the top 4. Plus
Chicago, I think it's got a good chance because it's Chicago. But like to push back, if they don't stack the West, OKC is just going to run roughshod through the West every year. So it's like
not necessarily
–
because you got San Antonio that they already stacked up and they're starting to compete now. You've got Minnesota that still has the ability to keep games competitive, right? You've got
keep it competitive for now until they lose again and Anthony Edwards demands to be traded.
Yeah, like that's not going to be there that long.
That's the guy I'm hoping for. You land Boozer or Wilson and then Anthony Edwards asks out next year. Yeah, welcome to Brooklyn, buddy.
We got enough picks.
Ant-Man ain't gonna beat. He already said he wanted to go back home to Atlanta.
Man, OKC San Antonio finals would be fun to watch.
Yeah, the OKC
Finals?
San Antonio series is going to be great.
I don't think it's going to be San Antonio.
Oh, you think Minnesota's going to beat them?
I think Minnesota's going to beat them in 7 because Minnesota's been notorious for beating great teams when they're still young. Like they were the team that knocked out OKC 2-3 years ago when they made the conference finals against Denver, and then Denver beat them. Like it comes down to the experience, and San Antonio is still too young of a team. I think that if Minnesota ties this series tomorrow, or what is it tonight? I think if they tie this series, it goes to 7. And it's going to Minnesota.
Oh, you mean that play-in game where they beat OKC?
Was it a play? No, I thought it was a full ball series.
No, because you're thinking of Dallas. Dallas beat OKC, and they went against Minnesota.
I know I'm hating.
That's right. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. You're thinking of the play-in game before when they drafted Chet and he missed his full rookie season. That's what you're thinking.
Correct. Yes. So Minnesota beat him in the play-in, then Dallas beat him in the playoffs. Which again, when you look at that series, OKC was the better team on paper. But you got Luka and Kyrie with playoff experience, and they end up beating him. So I think it's going to be a similar situation with San Antonio against Minnesota. Now, if San Antonio wins this next game, then it's over. But if Minnesota ties this, I see it going to 7, and I see it going to Minnesota.
Mm-hmm. Well, I just don't want Atlanta to get no good pick. Fuck Atlanta. Joe, I hate you for it. That's all I say.
That was a fucking horrible trade, man. You guys mortgaged Derek Queen and Jeremiah Fears for the opportunity at another pick this year.
But the thing is, I wanted them both. I did want them both. I was cool if we.
I agree. It was a smart move up, but the fact that there was no protections on that pick is crazy. Like even if you made it a top 5 protected pick, at least it gives you the chance to have the ability to keep it.
That was the main part, and I was also like, you could have gave up a different pick, and they would have still done the trade. Like you could have gave up a 2028.
You could have given up both of the. Don't you guys own a couple Milwaukee picks?
We own the more favored pick of Milwaukee.
Like you could have traded that plus a future pick of yours that had like a top 3 protection on it.
Yeah,
like it's crazy.
But the thing is, I believe after how badly they fucked up, I think they're going to hire Rondo and they're going to be selling like crazy this offseason.
I don't know, because I've already heard that you guys don't want to move Murphy or Zion still, and it's just
it's also like they see Joe. He does that. He says the same thing, but he also like he said we're not trading Trey Murphy, and then this offseason he said, but there's a price for Trey Murphy though. It's 3 firsts. Like we're not trading Zion, but who gives the best offer, we'll listen to it. Like that's what I'm saying.
Listen, I'd give you Nick Claxton 2 first-round picks for Trey. See,
the thing is, I would love that, but I want your pick this year.
If it falls to 7, then you can have Nick Claxton in the 7th pick. You're going to give me 2 of your future picks.
Clax can go, man. I'm all good on Clax.
The phone is blocked at that point. The phone is blocked at that point.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
But I don't even like. I like Nick, but he does not. He don't fit the team at all. Like I like Nick Claxton. He don't fit. He don't fit with Derek Quinn.
I think his ceiling has already been met.
All right, fellas, they're on stage.
Hey, if they not using the ball. The fuck?
Dylan, what jerseys do you have ready?
I got Mike. I got Vince. We got KD, and then we got my Nets press jersey, custom.
You might hate mine. I got Darren Williams.
I love it. I was a D-Will guy. I was a D-Will guy. I love D-Will.
The kid one doesn't fit me anymore though. So
yeah, my kid one is like a child small, so I gave it to my brothers a while back.
I got the gray kid jersey.
I got all that. I go back to like Ed O'Bannon jersey, Kenny Anderson jersey, Stephon Marbury jerseys.
Hey, Dylan, did they use the balls last year?
Did they use the what?
They did. It just wasn't on stage. It just wasn't on stage.
I'm very nervous.
All right, wait, hold on. They're showing combinations right now.
I think they're showing. For me, they're showing their representatives.
I was gonna say, I'm probably like 30, 40 seconds behind because I'm watching on a stream.
Yeah, so I'm behind.
I'm gonna be watching. For me, I'm gonna be watching Twitter.
Yeah, I'm seeing the representatives right now. Yeah, I better see that Clippers OKC pick at 12. I'm also on Tankathon as well, so I'm looking at the order. 14 through 8 is supposed to go,
I think it's
and
Chicago
seeing
or
who's gonna
Dallas.
jump.
One of the two.
Man, I'm on YouTube TV. I must be behind them. They're just now showing.
Oh,
the
get ready.
representatives for me.
3 teams are jumping again. Get ready to see
All
it.
right, I'm gonna go on mute.
I think Chicago is gonna jump.
Fuck, bro. Here we go. Oh shit. Let me grab another beer.
Oh, my stomach is in my.
We're gonna
freaking-
cry tonight.
Yo, I don't feel good.
I do not feel good
I
at
feel like I'm
all.
vlogging right now. We got content Apple on the screen. We're going on.
Look at my
beer
boy Vince Carter, man. Hopefully, he give us some luck today.
I'm gonna go on mute just to screen.
Yeah, I got to go on
I'm
mute,
gonna go
bro.
on mute just to screen.
Yeah.
Man. All right, I'm going to be providing the picks live because I am a little bit delayed, so I am watching Twitter. Just for those of you
man.
who are watching on streams, if you don't
All
want to
right,
hear it
yo.
live,
Only 2
See y'all
picks.
when our fate is decided, man.
fuck, man.
So get ready. Miami
Here
and
we go.
OKC both jumping up.
Vince,
Shut up.
I don't even wait. Where do I find it?
Oh,
NBC?
fuck, here we go, man. Is that Michael Finley for Dallas again? Oh, no, it's Rolando Blackman. Okay. I'm so prepared to crash the fuck out. It's too quiet in here.
Keontae looks like he wants to go. Keontae looks like he wants to go home.
He's like, I know we're not getting this shit.
Yeah, exactly.
They bring out these cards like they're not rigged.
Let's
like
go,
they mean
Vince.
something more special.
Motherfucker TJ McCollum was on the stage for them, bro.
Wait, why are they having Keontae representing them?
Because he's their
Damn, John Wall put on a little bit of weight. Damn. Oh shit. All right.
That millionaire retirement life, John Wall feeling.
Come on, man. I'm not even religious. I'm about to pray. Fuck.
Horns got 14.
We're about to put out a live prayer. Hold on. Who wants to lead this? Because I'm not good
He's
at this.
13. He's 13.
Wait, the picks are already coming out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
he's
say them live.
ahead of
Say
him.
them live.
Yeah, man.
I'm not getting
Yeah,
notifications.
picks are already
OKC
So Charlotte
12.
14.
So we got
Bang.
Charlotte
All right.
14, Miami 13,
So-
OKC 12.
Okay. Keep them
All
live.
right.
Keep them coming
You
live.
got it, Gary. You're ahead of me.
Lead the way.
Gold State is 11.
All right.
Yes.
Let's go. Tell me Milwaukee's at 10.
Milwaukee's at 10.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Come on. Here's the two that are probably going to move up.
I think Chicago moved up. I do think Chicago
Yeah,
Dallas
the Bulls-
is at 9.
Yep,
Dallas
the
at
Bulls just
9.
moved up. The Bulls just moved up. All right.
Beautiful.
Here we go.
So Chicago's in the top 4.
Yep. Oh, come on. This is going perfect right now.
Atlanta got 8. Atlanta
Beautiful.
Thank God.
Oh, man,
Thank
we're
God.
really close.
Beautiful. Here we go. Come on.
I'm so nervous.
Come on.
I don't want pick 7.
Sacramento is 7.
Beautiful. Come on,
Yes.
baby.
Yes.
Here we go. Here we go. Come on.
So now this is where y'all could be at right now.
Fuck. We just fell to 6.
Bro, got 6, baby. Got 6. Let's go.
Oh my God.
Are you fucking kidding me, dude?
Yo, hey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I gotta go see some
Why
Nets
are we
fans.
sit-
They were tough.
Oh my God. See, you know what?
Can't make
I-
this shit up. Bro.
Terrible. Now
What did
Utah
I
gets
say,
the fit.
man?
So they are rewarded for tanking. Clippers. You know what, man? I can't. Oh,
Memphis moved up.
Wizards.
Oh my God.
The Nets
Are you
need to make a
fucking
deal with
kidding me?
Utah. The Nets need to make a deal with Utah. You've got to be fucking
Unbelievable,
kidding me.
man. Unbelievable.
Utah is up. Oh my God. So wait, hang on. Who's the
Unbelievable.
last?
We
so
can
it's
never get a break.
Bulls.
Number 6.
Wow. The Clippers got the 5th pick.
For me, dream team is definitely not your favorite.
Man,
Bulls,
CJ, I
Bulls
told
get
you.
a top
I told
4
him this
pick.
was gonna happen.
I'm real, man.
None of those split second decisions.
If the Washington Wizards get the number 1 pick, I'm gonna crash the fuck out.
Washington got the 4th. Washington getting the 4th, bro. They're getting the 4th. I'm telling you, Utah or Bulls are getting it. Because remember, BYU, the whole connection with Utah.
That's bullshit. Like
maybe it'll be the Bulls, man. I don't know, man.
I think the Bulls get
the
Bulls.
I wanted to be the Bulls, but I don't think they're getting it. I think it's going
So
to Utah.
3 years of unwatchable basketball, and we get Yegor Demon and Keaton Wagler. Oh, wow. That was worth it. You tank guys were right. Oh, this was so worth it. Just give us unwatchable basketball where you lose it tonight on purpose.
Bro, this bullshit, bro.
We might as well trade for the 3rd pick, or at least try to trade for a superstar, bro. I can't watch this fucking team like this again.
Hell no, because they missing so many pieces. Like that shit don't make no sense. Like they don't. It's like they don't need another guard, but like I don't even know what to say at this point. To be honest,
look, hey CJ, I just told you somebody owes me 1,000 push-ups. I'm looking for Brian, bro. He owes me 1,000 push-ups.
Bryant live right now. I'd have talked to Bryant 3 minutes ago.
I'm gonna talk to him in a minute. But I want to see who gets what. I think it's Utah. I think
so. Hold up. So Caleb going to Chicago?
No, they haven't announced it yet.
That's bullshit. We know the Bulls gonna move up. We said that shit. I said that the Bulls gonna move up.
Unbelievable.
So it's just like none of these teams, and it's. I heard what you said, Nespress, that we should trade with Utah. None of them trading that. They're not going to get a trade out of that 4th pick. What do we have to offer for them to get out of those first 4 picks?
A bunch of other future firsts.
That's going to benefit them.
You got that Denver pick. You got a bunch of other future
I certainly wouldn't trade out of it.
I mean, would you be willing to give the 6th pick and 2 future firsts? Because that's something you could do to get the 4th. I feel
almost makes you want to be a Knicks fan. Then again, never.
I don't think Chicago would trade us. I don't think they'll trade us.
I don't think any of the top 4 teams are going to trade.
They would be a dumbass. Yeah, I could have seen if they was like okay. I could have seen if they were OKC or some shit. But like,
well, unless we had a generational player, that wants out, just why would you trade out of the 4th pick?
That's like
the first 4 pick.
It's fucked up, man. It's like you looking at Mikael Brown. Man. You looking at Mikael Brown, Keaton Wilder, who else? A-Cuff. You looking at Keith the Flemings, and you looking at around them guys who you gonna be picking at.
Maybe Caleb Wilson falls a little bit and he falls to 6. I doubt it.
I doubt that.
But maybe he does.
You get a guy like Wagler, you get a guy like A-Cuff, and now like you tank is complete. You got Wagler and you got Yegor. Listen, tank is complete.
And why they call it?
This is why tanking is absolutely retarded. Like it's retarded.
And this is why I say, like, with King Wilder, I don't know what everybody compare him to Steph Curry. Well, come on, bro. I think it's only one damn Steph Curry.
They compare him to Steph Curry.
Yeah, they compare him to Steph Curry.
That's crazy.
But hey, look. At least I got
like fools.
Bro. Hey, they got the right way. I'll let them have it.
Whatever.
And they did not move up. Like, no debate. OKC did not move up.
No, they didn't. I'm gonna tell you like this: if anybody can make a trade to get to the top 4,
Indiana's gonna be able to keep their trade, keep their.
No, it goes to the Clippers. No, it goes to the Clippers.
Washington got number 1. Chicago got 4. Utah got 2.
Washington got number 1.
Yep.
Wow.
Man, y'all ahead of me, man. Good grief.
And this goes to the point where Dylan was saying to finish the top 1. This goes to the same point. Just like
this fucking shit that I always say, bro.
So wait, Utah got number 2, you said?
Yeah, Utah got number 2.
What pick did they have last year? 3 or 4?
No, they were outside of the top 4.
Shout out Utah, bro.
Yeah, they got Ace at 5 or 6.
Oh, okay.
Shout out Utah. They're gonna be a good interesting team to watch.
Bro, that's gonna be some bullshit. It's like we have to play against these dudes in the near future, bro.
I mean,
Grizzlies
you
with
were right,
Hoosiers.
Nets first. That the three out of the four would be Eastern Conference, right? Are they all Eastern Conference?
No,
Outside of Utah.
only two of them.
Outside of
No,
Utah.
Memphis is a Western Conference.
Memphis is probably getting moved to the East, though.
Oh yeah.
Dylan, I don't think I can say. I'll just wait to see what you post. 'Cause I can't even fucking tell you who we gonna damn
Hey,
draft.
bro.
I got to process this shit.
Nah, I'm about to join Bride Live right now. I need to join.
Yeah,
that
I'm
shit.
out, man.
I need him to give me 1,000 burpees.
Later, fellas.
Later, man.
I got to
Be
process
good.
this shit. Like, cause like
So-
ain't no way in hell watch it, bro.
All right, bro. This is unbelievable.
It's not, but I figured 5 or 6 is where they would pick. So I mean, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I mean, it's what it is. Like, for 2 years, our plan was to win a lottery. Like, you see why that's not a good strategy?
Yeah.
Dylan, where do the Nets go from here?
No clue. We're fucked.
I mean, I'm not trying to be the bearer of bad news, but when you try to pay your bills on a prayer that you win the lottery, sometimes that doesn't work out.
I think the best thing the Nets should do at this point is to just trade the pick to either go up or.
But do you understand why I'm saying that this rendition of the rebuild's not going to work, and the Nets aren't going to be good until Marks is gone? Like
yeah.
This is why I say this.
Sheesh. I didn't expect. The crazy thing is the Pacers lost their pick, which is wild. So that's interesting. But Chicago actually gets Caleb Wilson. Like,
And the fact that the Clippers are ahead of us, too, means they're going handcuffed. But it's not even like we're getting a top talent.
yeah. I mean, who do we even? I mean, Mikal Brown.
Yeah.
I mean, do you take the risk and just go Mikal and then just be like, all right?
It doesn't matter. We're going to be, and this is what I tried to tell everyone. We're going to be so bad for so long. There's no end in sight here. It's just, it's never going to get good under Sean Marks.
Unless Jaguar takes a leap, turns into one of the biggest stars in Brooklyn.
He's Jaguar, right? You'll have 15 role players, and maybe one year you can go 43 and 39 and make the playoffs like it did 18-19, and that'll be the banner season. It's not going to get good. Like, this is what I mean. He's the worst GM ever. There's no plan. There's no urgency, and it's just this is what it is.
The fact that if we lost that game to Washington, we would have the #1 pick right now is actually insanity.
This is
If
why
we had lost that game to Washington, we would have the #1 pick right now.
I
We
say
went
the floor of the
20
pick
and
is more
60.
important.
We would literally have the #1 pick right
People
now if
want
we
to
lost
bitch
to
about
Washington.
tanking, but they don't want to do it properly. This is exactly
They
the
went
result every
20
fucking
and
year.
62. They
It does
went
not matter.
20
You do what's
and
necessary to be the
62.
worst. Does not
What did
matter.
we were saying all year? Just lose. Is not if you're the worst team in the NBA, the worst you could pick
They
is
went
5.
20 and 62, LM. 20 and 62. They couldn't
It
have tanked
doesn't
anymore.
matter. If
They
you it doesn't if you're third, you're pulling at the risk of being 5
I don't
through 7.
understand how you think you're just going to lose all of your games. It doesn't make any. Why don't you just win all of your games? Like, I
It's
don't
not about.
understand.
It's about making sure your floor is high. For Washington,
you-
they lost
okay,
their
hang on.
games, and the
LM,
worst they can
How
pull
do you
was
propose
5.
you lose? How do you propose you lose all of your games beyond what they?
So you
did,
don't
how
have
do
to
you
lose. You're not going 0-82 in a season. That's not the point. The point of the matter is make sure your floor is high. Washington did that.
20-62. 20-62. How much
Repeat the
more
numbers all
taken
we
do they have
want, but there was
possibly
games
done?
that we won that we shouldn't have.
Exactly. The point of the matter is we shouldn't have won against them.
Explain to me how you were going to lose more games.
Lose. Very simple.
How?
Just lose. Lose the games that you're coming back from. Lose the games that you shouldn't win. Lose the games against
You're winning
Etienne,
games.
Johnson.
You're winning games against
Yes.
tanking teams.
Explain
That's
to me
what
how
you're
you
not
want.
supposed
Explain
to
to me
do.
how you wanted to lose more games.
Didn't Washington lose more games than us?
Yes, Washington lost more games.
They were the worst team in
Explain-
basketball.
Exactly. They
How did you
understood the
lose
point.
more games? Explain to me how you wanted to lose more games. What was the strategy to lose more games?
It's not the point of the matter is we had a chance to be the worst team in the NBA. That's the entire point. Regardless of what you're saying about, oh, we should have won. We
Every
had an
team in the
opportunity to be the
NBA
worst
had a
team.
chance to be the worst team in the NBA. Every team
Not like
could
we
lose all their
did.
games.
Not like we did.
This was the worst you could do. And it was pretty bad.
No,
was
it's not.
unwatchable.
That's not true. We had first loss.
I'm asking you how it could have been worse. How you could have lost more games.
We had first lock. We were tied with Washington. If we lost, Washington, we would have had the worst team in the NBA. How could we have lost
more games? What could we have done to lose more games?
We lost games. That's not the point.
You're not entertaining my question. What could we have done to lose more than 62 games this year?
We lost. The fact that the record is not the question.
You're not
the
record
because you're not. The question that you're the question that you're asking is irrelevant. The question. Let me tell you why it's irrelevant.
The Nets did everything in their power to lose as many games as they possibly
and that's
could.
not true. And that's not true.
And I've asked you 5 times what they could have done more.
Because we were winning.
And you
did we win? Did we not win against Utah? Yes or no?
I don't know. They won 20 games.
Did we not win it? Okay, so we won it. So let me give you the shot. Let me give you the rundown because we covered every single game this year. We won against Utah. We were not supposed to win that game. We won against Detroit. We was not supposed to win that game. We won against Washington. We were not supposed to win that game. We won against Indiana. We was not so. Hold on, I'm not finished. There's more games. There's more games.
What is your point?
There's more games. Let me finish. We won against Indiana.
Name all 20 games.
Hold on. Can I finish? We won against Indiana. We won against Indiana. We won against Indiana. We won against Indiana. We won against Indiana.
I'm going to ask you a
We
question.
won against Indiana. We were supposed to win that game.
All right, cool. Now I'm going to ask you a question. What could we have done to lose the Indiana game? What did you want the Nets to do to lose the Indiana game?
I'm not talking about the game we lost. I'm talking about in the beginning of the season.
I want you to answer my question. What did you want you named the Indiana game as one of the games we shouldn't have lost?
That's not the only team I named, Gary. I named you 5 teams.
I'm picking one for instance.
No, I'm naming 5 teams. We're not going about one.
What is your point?
You keep talking. If you let me finish, I'm getting to it.
I want you to answer the question. You keep naming games.
You keep. Can I finish?
Go ahead, go.
I'm trying to get to the point.
I need you to answer my question. Go ahead.
I'm trying to get to the point, please.
I don't want you to get to the point. I want you to answer my question.
I'm trying to get to the point of the question, Gary.
Okay.
I would like to continue.
Do you know what my question is?
Yes, let me continue.
Right. What's my question?
Thank you. So we lost 5 against 5 of the teams that we wasn't supposed to win against, right? Cool. Now, as for the Nets, we had that December run where we went 7-0 in December, where we played MPJ. MPJ had that run or whatever, and we won 7 more games than we were supposed to. Now, some will argue during December MPJ should have been sat out. I don't necessarily agree, but cool. Maybe if MPJ sits out in December, we lose more games, which may lead to less wins. A lot of people, if you remember, Gary, were arguing in December, Cawthorn and everybody included, the Nets should be, I think around December, we were at 12 or 13 or something to that extent. And so and people were arguing, Brooklyn Nets should not be at 12 wins right now. We should not be at 13 wins or whatever we were at around December. People was arguing. I wasn't really on that because I was saying we still have a chance to be the worst team in the NBA. But a lot of people were saying, no, we should not be at 12 wins in December or 13 or wherever we was at around December. I feel like if you sat MPJ out, if Jordy don't have that 7-0 run where he was just beating every team with MPJ, where we was clearly asking for him to sit out because at that time, Washington was sitting out their lineup. Indiana was sitting out their lineup. Utah was sitting out their lineups. The tanking teams was everybody else was going.
I hear you. I hear you. I need you to land the plane here.
So all
us to lose more games. I hear you.
Don't go 7-0 in December. Don't go 7-0 in December.
How did you want to lose those games?
Sit MPJ out.
So you want to sit MPJ out.
Sit MPJ out for the season because he won us some games.
MPJ out for the season.
Indiana was doing it.
I want you to.
With Siakam.
You wanted MPJ to play 0 games this year.
Nobody said that.
You just said out for the season. You just literally said that. You literally.
I said, hold on. I'm not saying if you.
How did you want to lose those games in December? How did you want to lose them? How were we supposed to lose them?
You tell it. So if you're telling me as a GM,
I'm asking you a question.
Hold on. Can I talk? If you're asking me as a GM. And if you're looking at Michael Porter doing what he do, and if you're saying, okay, this is getting too drastic, what I need to do, okay, cool, MPJ, we'll let you get your little minutes, we'll let you get your games or whatever, we'll let you play your games, cool. By the time cool, 7-0, they go in December, cool, fine. I'm not necessarily stressing that. January should have been the month where you decided, okay, you're sitting out. You're not playing. You're winning us too many games. By the time the January rolled around, you sit MPJ. He is the clear reason why we won too many games in the first place. It wasn't Yegor most of the times. It wasn't Nolan. It wasn't Drake. He was barely getting minutes. MPJ was the main core reason why the Nets won more games than they were supposed to. I wasn't necessarily tripping with the third worst odds, but I did feel like we could have had last place if we didn't win against Washington. But I think in January,
let me address that. The Nets went 3-14 in January,
and people wasn't satisfied with that.
You're not making any sense. You went 3-14. In a month where you said they should have sat them, they couldn't have lost any more games. They went 3-14. Nothing you're saying makes any sense. They lost.
Yes, it does. Because if you're looking at the standings, if you're a GM and you're looking at the standings and you're seeing, oh, wait, hold up, we have a chance here to lock up this certain spot and position. If I see, we got a chance to lock up the worst team in the NBA. Why in the world am I playing this guy that could jeopardize our chances, regardless of how many wins or losses we have or not? Why am I playing this guy that's jeopardizing our chances by making sure that spot is not going to be locked up? It makes no genuine sense.
They lost 14 of those 17 games. The ones that you're talking about that they could have lost, they already lost those. What are they going to lose them? Are they going to lose them harder? I don't understand. They lost those games.
What games are you talking about?
Stretch. You said January. They should have signed him in January. January was their worst month. They went 3-14. So even if they would have played Michael Porter Jr., it wouldn't have changed anything. If they would have sat him all the games, it wouldn't have changed anything. They went 3-14 that month. 3-14.
And where was Washington? Where was Sacramento in January? Where was Washington at in January?
How is that significant?
Those are the teams we're trying to tank against.
We lost to Washington in January by 20. I
You don't
understand
think
what
that
you
was
guys
good
want.
on there? You don't think at that certain point during, if you're seeing, and not even just that specific game,
We lost
but
to
just
Memphis.
in
We lost to New
just in
Orleans. We lost to
general,
Chicago. We lost to some of the worst teams in basketball that month. Like,
the point
You
is,
went-
if we locked
what do you-
up the last team in the NBA, we would have gotten one.
you
That's
don't
what
know that.
into
You have no idea. You don't know. If that's
Washington is what I'm looking at. That's the proof.
true. Okay.
That's the proof.
You
We
haven't
were
explained to
second
me.
at one point.
You have. I have their game logged up here. I have every game in front of me right here. You haven't explained to me how they were going to lose these games. How are they going to lose more games?
Let me
They
see.
did
Where
everything
we
in their
at?
power to lose as many games as they did. And this is what happens when you do that.
Where we at? Second? Oh shit, it updated already. That's exactly. Damn, I can't even see it. It updated already. Okay, Washington is at 17. We're at 20.
Yeah.
There's nothing we could have done to make sure we won 17 games.
It's your theory, not mine. So you tell me.
I think we could have.
Okay, how? What were we going to do? You've given me no answer to how we're going to lose more games.
I said you sit. If any, okay, cool. You sit MPJ out in the month, regardless 3 or 14 or 9. You sit MPJ out the month of January, and you give the rookies more minutes, like we were proclaiming for them to have. Which was again playing the rookies was leading to losses anyway. You're not going to take the risk by having
Michael Porter
MPJ.
Jr. Playing
That's
Michael
not necessarily true.
No, it is. Evidently, it's true. Statistically, it's true. They went 3-14 in January playing Michael Porter Jr.
A lot of those games, if you're just looking at the stats, if you're looking at the context of those games, most of those games, losses or not, was those 3 games. Wait, who do we even face in January? Let me look at the schedule. Because I guarantee you those 3 games was against tanking teams. Those 3 wins. And if they were, that's the problem. Let me go back to
playing Michael Porter Jr. wasn't winning us games. That's your argument, right? Playing Michael Porter Jr. We went 3-14 playing Michael Porter Jr. in the month you wanted to sit him. It wouldn't have changed anything.
The month we wanted to sit
everything that we could to lose games.
I don't know about the season because realistically, I would say he should play the season. People want to MPJ out to start the season. I wasn't necessarily with that. I don't know if that would have changed. If he sat out the season, maybe. I don't know if we probably win less games if he sits out the entire season. If that's the case, okay, cool. If my Siakam was out, even though Siakam played games, they wasn't necessarily playing him. I don't know. Maybe if he sits out the entire season, we didn't win.
How many games did Michael Porter Jr. play? He played less than 60, right?
I don't even know. I think it might be less than 60.
He played 52 games. 52.
I think they sat him out at the All-Star. So he was playing until All-Star break.
He played a little bit after that. He missed a couple of games.
They finally sat him out.
Dylan, let me get you in on this. Dylan, you there, Dylan?
What's up?
Give me something. Give me some thoughts. Give me some
There's
insight.
nothing. We're fucked. It's over. We're fucked. It's over.
LBL.
To be fair, I think at 6 you can get somebody.
Hey, what's up?
Not much. Nothing good, LBL. Nothing good.
Can I say this?
Yeah, what's up?
Who had the worst record in the league this year?
I think it was Washington. It was Washington.
Oh, they got the #1 pick.
Yeah.
That's what we were supposed to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just said that. I literally was just arguing.
Let me ask LBL. How are we going to lose more games than what we did?
It was easy. You saw the games.
How?
Full pressing Detroit when we were in that game with them. There were a lot of games we could have lost.
All right. Okay, so give me one and let's look at each game. Give me one game they should have lost.
The Detroit game, the Washington game.
Let's pick one. Let's pick the Detroit game. We'll go. I'll sit and I'll go through them with you one by one. Let's start with the Detroit game. The game that came back in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know who they started in that game?
Who?
I'm asking you. Do you know?
No, I don't. Go ahead.
I'll pull it up right now. And this is the game that you think they could have lost had they just tanked harder. I'll pull it up right now. Okay, it was March 7th. I'm gonna pull it up right now. I'm gonna tell you who they started.
It's time for that now. My brain doesn't mind.
They did play Michael Porter Jr. in that game. All right, there's one. I'll give you that one. Michael Porter Jr. played 40 minutes in that game. They started Porter.
All the games against the tanking teams MPJ played in.
Gary, this is all I'm saying.
I will give you that one.
As soon as we traded for those picks, you were supposed to be committed to it. And I'm saying we weren't
20 and 62. They didn't play Michael Porter 30 games because they wanted to lose.
I'm just saying.
I don't understand how you could have possibly been more committed to losing than what they did. They went 20 and 62.
To me, and we rewarded that coach. Thank you for trying to win games. Here's the new contract. F him and F Marks.
They lost to Indiana by 30 the last week of the season. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand.
We did too little, too late.
Too little, too late. They started what? 1-13. Too little, too late.
We're supposed to continue.
1-13.
You know as well as I do. We should have played all those rookies, and then just said F the veterans.
I said that earlier. I was like, some people was on board with sitting.
Is it losing to Indiana by 30 down the stretch that bothers you, or is it starting 1-13? Like, which one should they not have done?
Well, the thing that bothers me the most is they won games. We won some games that we could have lost, that we could have actually tanked, just like other teams that tank. And now what I'm saying to you is, this season coming up, right? I know Tyrone Stokes is a fabulous player, but there's only like one or two guys. But here's what I'm saying. We're going to see how truly bad we really are when those teams who were in the lottery, I'm saying the losing teams in the lottery start winning this year. We're going to see how bad, because if we don't have the worst record in the league this year, we do have the worst talent in the NBA.
Yeah, Indiana lost their pick too, by the way. So I mean,
but it's a win. But we traded Kevin Durant for two guys who suck and a bunch of picks, so it's a win. Like, I don't understand the problem. Everything worked out according to plan. We won 20 and 62.
It goes deep. It goes longer than that. It goes longer than that because that whole Houston
on
trade.
Purpose, trying to lose will never equal winning, ever.
Did for OKC.
Work. Oh, OKC didn't tank like that. And
yes, they tanked for 2 years. What do you mean, Gary? Yes, they did. They got Josh Giddey. They got Josh Giddey the first year, and they got Shaq the second year.
They picked Josh Giddey. They picked Josh Giddey where?
When they traded Chris Paul.
Yeah, but where in the draft? What number?
6 overall.
It was 6.
6. So the same pick that we had, and you just said Josh Giddey was no good. You said that to start off the show.
I never said that.
You said that
I wasn't even talking about
point guard. They didn't have a point guard.
He wasn't good in OKC. That's why they traded.
I disagree that he wasn't good in OKC, but that's not the point. The point was they picked.
They still tanked. That's the point. They tanked to get him. And they tanked to get Shaq.
So then it worked out. We got this.
I understand.
Houston tanked. OKC tanked.
It's mission accomplished. We got
Orlando tanked. Detroit tanked. Like, there's a lot of teams that tanked.
No. Detroit was just terrible.
San Antonio tanked for Minnesota tanked.
Our asses off in the second half of games, full court pressing teams. It's fucking pathetic.
You remember Gary? 2 years ago, 2 years ago at this time, there were actually Nets fans who were coming on all of these podcasts, and they were saying we had a better roster than Detroit,
Exactly.
right?
Wait, 2 years ago?
Exactly.
Yes, when we had Dennis and them. At the
Okay.
Yes.
start of that year, there were people who were saying, "Oh yeah, and Claxton is better than Duran." Come on, I'm
Okay, that's
saying there was a
ridiculous. Yeah, there were
lot of
people.
people. I'm
That
saying
was
it's just
ridiculous.
we.
I'm ignoring that.
Maybe some of our fans are as good as Sean
But it's
Marks
the
at
truth. It's the
evaluating
truth,
talent.
though. There's a lot of our Nets fans saying we had a better roster than Washington and Detroit.
Yeah.
There were Net fans saying Cam Thomas was better than Cade. There were Net fans that said that. There were.
Yes, I remember. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like we're just a delusional bunch, sprinkled with some reality.
LBO. I mean, to be fair, like, of course, top four, not getting top four sucks. But at six, I mean, who would you look at? Mikel, like
Michael
Kingston.
is probably the best player. But what I'm saying is, it might be time. It might be time to just trade into trade into a 28 pick or something. It might be time because we got the swap, right? That's all we have for 27 is the swap. It might be time to
And we got the
just
next pick
trade the
too. We got
swap.
the next pick. We got the next
But
pick and the last pick.
we're not trading up. That's a.
Yeah, so we might have to trade our swap. But I'm saying I don't really care. I mean, I think Michael Brown is better than any player we got. But still, it's not the problem with Michael, it's the problem who we drafted last year.
Yeah.
I just
Wait.
think we're the most talentless team in the league, to me.
I agree.
Yep.
But that was the plan. And now
Someone
the
said,
plan
is there a possibility of moving up? I don't think there's any
I don't see. I
possibility.
don't think
I
anyone's
don't
gonna
see it.
trade.
I don't
Yeah.
see it either. Utah got two, right?
Yeah.
Utah. So it's Washington, Utah, Memphis, and Chicago. Which I mean, I'm not. Of course, I want it to be us, but that lineup, I'm not exactly mad at. Like, it could be worse. Like, OKC could be one right now. Like, I'm not that mad at it.
Look, I'm sure the guy they draft will be an adequate NBA player. Sean Marks is fantastic at drafting adequate NBA players. So that's mission accomplished.
I did call Chicago jumping up though. I've been calling that for like months. So for them to jump up is actually crazy. I knew they
I
was
think
gonna jump up.
LM, I think if we drafted Michael at 6, he's automatically the best point guard on our roster.
Yep, and that's sad. That is sad. Because it's supposed to be Yegor. But, you know.
And this is what I'm saying also, because of the way we played the guys, we didn't even build up value in them so that, like how sometimes guys give up on someone. Like how Philly gave up on McCain. You know how sometimes they give up on they have a guy for a year and they're like, okay, like, they gave up on Lonzo Ball or whatever. Like, this is what I'm saying. We didn't even play our guys enough so that people could see the talent that they have. So that's a problem as well.
DJ, I think Sean Marks is the worst GM in sports. I've said that over and over again.
I agree with you. That's one thing we can't agree on.
With that being said,
What
I
up,
would just
Weez?
like to tell people I was right again. I said the
You
Chicago.
know,
I
you know
said
where
the
you were
Chicago
wrong?
Bulls was going to get a top 5 pick. I
You
was
know where
right
you were
again.
wrong? You know where you were wrong?
Oh boy.
You know where you were wrong? Like I just asked Gary, who had the worst record in the NBA?
Washington.
Who got the number 1 pick?
Washington.
Case closed. Case closed.
But Utah got a
That
high
was
pick.
supposed to be us. But that was
Utah got
supposed
a
to be
high
us.
Utah got a higher pick than us, bro. How do you explain that?
No,
How do you explain Memphis? How do you explain
What
Memphis
I'm
going
trying to
higher
say
than
is
us?
what I'm trying to say is Memphis, Utah, all of them be damned. You got to shame this league. You got to say we're gonna be the worst freaking team in the league, and now don't give us the number one.
Is that
Bro,
how it usually? Hang on. Let me ask you a question. Is that how it usually works, LBL, or usually not? Does the worst team usually pick first?
You already know the answer is no.
Oh, I'm asking you. Is your claim? If
No,
you're
I'm
the
just
worst
saying
team,
no, but I'm just saying that's what you got to do at this point. You just got to be the worst, and
does the
then
worst? I'm
shame
asking.
them.
I
I'm
think
asking
that's
you.
I think that's
LBL, I'm
bullshit.
asking
I
you.
think that's
Yeah,
bullshit.
no,
Bro.
it is. It's selective outrage because the first
It
team
is
hardly ever.
selective.
Yeah. This
It
year
is
it happened.
selective, bro. Like
Last
for
year,
the
Dallas
Indian
was
for
the
us in
10th worst team
Indiana
in the
to
NBA.
end up out of the top 5, bro, and like that's
And
selective.
here's another thing for me. Now, like I'm not a better, right, Gary? But here's another thing for me. It's like to me, I don't trust Ernst and Winnie. Like for me, I like those drafts where you see the ping pong balls yourself. I don't want to hear all of this stuff about, oh, but it was done earlier under the watch of
Oh,
Ernst and
I don't
Winnie.
trust it at all. But that's what I'm
That's what
saying.
I'm
I thought
saying. Do it in
tanking
front
to
of
me
us.
isn't an
Do it
answer.
in
You're
front
But
of
I
just
us.
think
They
they, I
used
think
to.
they,
firing.
I think, I
They
think
They
they,
they
used
they
did
to
that
used
a
do
to
it in
be.
long
front of
time
us.
ago, bro. Like,
They
and
did.
now
They
they
used to
not
do
doing it
it
no
though.
more. The reason being is because they want to be in control. I told people this, bro, for months and
Exactly.
months and
That's what I'm
months.
saying. But
Nobody,
that's what I'm
everybody wanted
saying.
to be hopeful. Everybody wanted to be hopeful about this and that. The third, no, we don't get what we want.
But it's
We
not. But
don't.
it's not. But it's not just us. What I'm saying is, I'm saying you could trust it. You could say, "Oh, go ahead, do that behind the curtain," and then you keep getting the wrong result. For me, I'm like, nah, you got to do it in front of me. This league is so in bed with gambling.
Then they
It's
used to do it
ridiculous.
though. I think they used to do that process. Like
They
you used to
used
see
to.
it
They
actually.
used to. Until they said now we want to. They used to do that, but now then they said, you know what? We got to make sure certain
And the
people go
Knicks is
certain
about to
places.
sweep Philly. Oh my gosh. Well, congrats. At least the New York team is
Well, at least one
is
good
doing
thing.
good.
At least one good thing. MPJ gets to get his point guard since he already threw the guys
I think
currently
that
on his
it might
roster under the
be.
bus.
That's the thing, because at the sixth spot, the point guard overhaul is like huge. Like you got
Let me
Flemings,
let,
you got
let, let
McHale.
me let me make my point. Let me make my point about Sean Marks. So we're gonna draft the point guard in this year's draft, right?
Or Kareem
Unless he goes,
Lopez.
or he goes Nate Mint.
Most likely, we're gonna pick a point guard in this year's draft. So,
I don't
Yeah.
which is
know.
this? Hang
Most
on.
likely, we're going to trade for Giannis.
Yeah.
I don't know. It could be. Like I said, he could go Nate Mint there. It depending. I think
Dylan.
it depends on the combine.
No, but Dylan is right. Dylan is right. He's gonna say, let's take this 6th pick and some more firsts, and now we have the package. We'll include MPJ, and we have the package for Giannis. And then Giannis will get traded here. He'll play like 1 year with us, and then say, I don't like it here because we're not winning enough.
Giannis is
And
going to
then
play for what squad is he playing with on Brooklyn? Like a couple
No,
of rookies
I
and
agree. Like I agree. It's over. Like I mean, we're gonna. I said this. We're gonna be bad for a super long time.
yes. I guess you know what Pod just said. He said his mantra. He said, "We're not going to be a legitimate team till Sean Marks is fired."
I've said that. Yeah, I said this rebuild isn't going to work because Sean Marks constructed it. It's never going to work until Marks is gone.
True, I agree. And that's the same thing Pod just said.
even though I feel like we could have had opportunities and context to lose some games. What I will say is, to Gary's point, thinking about it, like I mean, we were the third worst team. Like you really couldn't do no better than that. I guess
Yes, we
in
could.
our fashion, like
There you go,
I
ladies
mean-
and gentlemen. Get ready to trade Nick Claxton, Terrence Mann, Nolan Traore, Noah Clowney, Drake Powell, and 5 first-round picks, including the 6th pick for Giannis. Just get ready for it.
Yep,
Just
I
get ready
believe
for
you.
it. Because at this point, you do that. You got Mike and MPJ. You sign Peyton Watson, and you got Yegor, Peyton Watson, MPJ, and Giannis, and you see where the fuck it goes.
We'll be
That depends on
mediocre
the
for
price,
a long
TJ.
time. Yep.
You think
I
we don't
wouldn't
use the
trade
pick?
Trey Young because Trey Young sucks.
Yes.
But John Morant, I would have been interested in. I
Gary,
would have had that
you're
discussion.
No, Gary's not
Wow,
muted.
bro. So
No,
Washington
You may have to back out and come back in.
has-
Yeah, jump out and jump back in.
Got you.
Brought all these fucking jerseys out for no reason, bro. Fuck the NBA. Hold on, because I haven't gotten the chance to actually get my shit out here in a second, and I'm pissed the fuck off.
I've been
So I
watching
just
the
want to
clip
say
on
from
it.
the bottom of my
Go.
heart,
Go
Adam
ahead,
Silver.
man.
No. From the bottom of my heart, Adam Silver, go fuck yourself. I absolutely hope the worst for you. I hope you go home at night, you bang your wife, and you get AIDS. Fuck you. I hope nothing but the worst for you. You piece of fucking shit. You ugly alien-looking ass motherfucker. Fuck you. This team has been through way too much bullshit. Fucking losing the team, going to Brooklyn to that fucking dog shit city. Fuck everything, bro. I fucking hate the NBA. Piece of utter fucking dog shit. Fuck you, Adam Silver. Fuck you, the NBA. Mark Tatum. Fuck you, you ugly motherfucker. Absolute dog shit. This is a bullshit fucking organization. It's the reason why the NBA is losing viewership every fucking day. The worst run sports organization in America. Fuck you.
Oh my gosh. I don't think you can do it any better than that, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think you can do it any better than that.
I got 2 LBLs. LBL, can you hear me? No?
I don't know if he's.
You may have to just remove both of them and let them come back in.
Yeah. Trading the 6th pick feels weird. I mean, for Giannis, I guess, because I don't think they'll use that pick, especially if they trust Yegor as their guy. They'll probably just try to package it for Giannis. Try to make a run, fail at that once again. 2028, we fall back into the same cycle. Go back to tanking because we own our pick in 2028. Go back to the same BS again. Nasty work. I will say though, we don't start winning until Sean Marks is out of offense. I will agree with that. Something's got to shake. This is crazy. The only logical sense I can make out of this is that at least the top 4 isn't that bad.
I will put my life savings on it right now that the Rockets get a top 4 pick next year. I'll put my life savings on it.
Oh yeah, with our pick? Yep, wouldn't even be surprised. Would not even be surprised. I caught Chicago jumping. I did it. Memphis jumping was probably the most shocking part. Utah wasn't surprised at just because I thought they was going to get number 1 due to the AJ link.
Utah's not a surprise to me based on the simple fact that they're now showing that they're trying to build a contender. All right, cool. You're trying to build a contender. Let's reward you with a young talent. Have fun. But to me, I truly would keep an eye on Utah because it doesn't make sense for them to take a player this high. It doesn't. They have Ace Bailey. They have Keontae. They have Lowry. They have Jaren. They got to bring back Walker. It does not make sense for them to get this pick.
Yeah, I don't see how.
At the Nets, I'm trying my fucking all. I'll trade the 6th pick plus 4 additional first to move up. I would do it in a heartbeat.
Do you think Utah entertained it?
I think Danny Ainge is open for business no matter what. I mean, he traded back from 1 to 3 in a year where Markelle Fultz was looked at as the first overall option, and he got Tatum, and he did it right, and they made the better deal. So yeah, I can 100% see him trying to look at moving back, depending on what the deal is. I don't know if he would move back that far, but I mean, you got to try fucking something. I mean, I'm talking give up every future first-round pick that you have of the Nets. I would give up our 2030. I'd give up our 2031. I'd give up our 2032. I'd give up our 2029 and the 6th pick. Keep all the picks from the Knicks. Give up our future, mortgage that, and see what you can get out of this.
They really don't need Darren Peterson. Now that I
They
think
do.
about it.
They really do. We don't have a 2 guard. We don't have a primary scorer to help MPJ. We got nothing.
That's going. Oh man, yo. Memphis, they definitely need this pick. So I can't. I mean, there's no use in trying to decide anything with them. Like John Morant probably is on the out and outs. So Cameron Boozer or Darren or AJ, whoever they get, that's probably going to be their future moving forward. Chicago gets Caleb. I feel like that's a pretty good landing spot for Caleb. I actually was calling that. I was like, if Chicago might get Caleb Wilson. So to see that come true, I called that. But Washington getting number 1. I mean, they tanked for so many years. I guess it was well due at some point. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you start Trey Young, Trey Johnson, AJ, Keyshawn George, Alex Sarr. I'm assuming that's probably their lineup going in the future. I don't know if AD is going to stay there. But shoot.
No, the Nets are the Nets are the worst team in basketball right now. It's the worst franchise, the worst front organization.
I don't even know what they could do to fix it.
Me neither. I said it. I was like, if we land 7 through 5, like what is the game plan?
Because
where do you even go?
The only thing you can sell this franchise with, you can't sell them with no Nate Armand. You got to sell them. Only way you can sell them with probably is Acuff, Michael, Keith the Flemings, and Wilder. That's about like the only way you could sell them. But and then
I can see them taking Wilder.
I think the Clippers.
I would imagine they're taking Wilder. Yeah,
but I can see them taking Wilder.
Who the Clippers gonna take? They got the 5th pick.
That's the interesting part.
Oh, they're taking Acuff.
I think they might go.
Now, wait. Acuff and Darius Garland fit in the same backcourt.
Yeah, but that would be typical Clippers fashion. Have two guards that can't defend in the same.
Dylan,
backcourt.
Is it possible Acuff goes to 6? Is that kind of same things? Is that possible?
It's very realistic, depending on if they feel Garland's their guy long term. They have Garland there. It doesn't make sense to take Acuff. They would probably go Wilder.
Yeah,
if it's Acuff, is that kind of a silver lining? Is it okay if it's Acuff?
Acuff for Brooklyn though.
I think I'd rather have.
It's a great pick. I'd be very happy with it for that selection spot. But at the end of the day, I didn't fucking sit here and waste 2 years of my life for 6'1" Darius Acuff.
Yeah,
I love Acuff. He was one of my favorite players to watch this year, and I genuinely don't have any hatred for him. I think he'll be a great player. But at the end of the day, and I've said this numerous times, if your point guard is your best player, outside of Steph Curry, you are not winning a championship. It's not happening. Mm-hmm. No other team in the league has been successful with your best player being your point guard.
Well, what about Cade?
Cade hasn't made a finals or won.
Okay.
Luka is not a point guard. I see him as a small forward. Same with LeBron. Like, I don't care if you're 6'8" and you play the point guard position. If you were drafted as a forward, then you're a fucking forward.
Is Shea the exception, or he's a 2-guard?
SGA to me is a 2-guard. He came into the league as a shooting guard. I base positions by what you were drafted by. I don't base it on this whole.
I get what he's saying.
I don't base it on this whole positionless basketball. Let me just flip flop and switch where I want to play. If you were drafted as a certain position, that to me is what you are.
That's fair.
What about Mikael Brown?
I personally don't. I don't know. I got to watch him play live when he played Clemson a couple months back, and it was the game where he played a couple minutes and then he re-injured his forgot what it was. I think it was his hamstring. I don't know. To me, he's got the upside, but again, it's just like I didn't tank for 2 years to watch Mikael Brown Jr. be my 6th pick.
DJ, he said besides Steph, Kyrie wasn't the best player on his
Kyrie
team
was
when he
never
won
the
a
number one.
They had LeBron James.
SGA,
he says he's not a point. Luka, he says he's not a point. The other two guys haven't won.
Yep. It's
yeah.
Brunson can make the finals.
It's pretty hard.
It doesn't matter. They're not winning. So nobody's beating OKC or San Antonio or Minnesota. The winner's coming out of the West again.
For the foreseeable future, too.
Oh, man. I don't even see, like, he said the Giannis route, possibly, but, like, This is really our chance to have a. I mean, this still is our chance. I mean, we'll have a homegrown star, just not the one that we wanted. But
If I had to
I
base my
mean,
money who they'll pick at 6, LM, I think they'll just pick. I think they'll pick Keats and Slims because that's already the guy they've been looking at.
You think
That's
Flemings?
yeah, I think that's the guy
Flemings
they're
could
gonna look.
be. Flemings could be an option. If A Cup is not at 5, that would be surprising. I think we probably go. I think A Cup would be our pick if he's not at 5.
I'm gonna stick
I
with Keats
can't
and
see A
Slims.
Cup dropping to 7. Like,
I'm gonna say with Fleming because they already got the connections with Fleming, and they already said if they land outside the top 4, they was picking Phil. I'm at Fleming's.
they might go Flemings. Either Flemings. I think they go Flemings, A Cup, or Mikel at 6 if they're still on the board.
But LM, the thing is, now
Hold up. LM,
you got to get rid of Noah.
can we finally put this shit to bed, bro? Like, because like I'm
I mean, we don't tank year, so it's all done now.
no. We don't need to be tanking, period. Like, because that's not what we do. This is one of the reasons, bro, why the NBA made these rules up on the fly.
This is exactly why, though, last year I said the Nets should have moved up. You should not have sat there and picked 4 guards, and this is the exact reason why I said last year was a failure of draft. It doesn't matter how good the talent is that we got back, because Traore has proven that he's a solid player. Jaeger has proven that he's a solid player, so I'm not going to diss them on that. But the fact that this was such a guard-heavy draft class, to me, shows that the Nets just overall scouting was dog shit, because you should have not been just looking at 1 year. You should have been looking at this year as well. When you see that 5 of the top 7 picks are guards, you need to understand what the fuck you're doing. They should have traded up for Carter Bryant or Thomas Sorber. They should have fucking made different moves. Will Riley should have been picked at 19 or 22. It's a fucking joke what's been going on. Like, it's a poorly run organization.
We got 3 guards at 5 through 7.
Dylan, the second that we got those picks, bro, I already knew in my mind we didn't know what we were doing. Because nobody in that front office, nobody on that scouting staff has ever done this before. We're just doing it because we saw that shit work for somebody else. Pay attention to the patterns. The San Antonio Spurs was the last team outside of the Wizards who just got the first pick just now. Outside of that, bro, the San Antonio Spurs was the last team they were told that they can tank. Tanking doesn't work. It's only selective. It's very selective. It's been selective, bro. Like notice how the San Antonio Spurs started that season, the season that Wemby was coming out. They started the season 9-3. The league called them up and said, "What the f are you doing?" Boom. They got rid of Jakob Poeltl, got Wemby. The very next year they got Stephon Castle, who won rookie. They got back-to-back rookie of the years, and now they're sitting on Dylan Harper, and now they're sitting on Dylan Harper, who was the number 2 pick. That's not that wasn't on accident. That's by design. The NBA is selective when it comes to tanking. They've been this way. I don't know when people are gonna get it through their skulls, bro. Like I've been telling Nets fans for 365 days, and nobody wanted to listen.
I feel like Washington winning 1 is basically them saying, y'all been doing this for mad long. We might as well give y'all 1.
No, Washington winning 1 means that they did business. Notice that they went out and picked up Trey Young and AD. Utah getting second, bro, is because they did business. They went out and got Triple J. They did business.
No, if you go out and you try to compete and you try to win, the NBA will reward you. And like,
but they didn't try to win. I'm talking about they tried to better their roster.
Washington traded for 2 All-Stars. What are you talking about?
But they didn't try to win right away.
Yeah,
They still continued to tank. What you're trying to tell me is they tried to better their roster, Gary. That's what you're telling me.
That's what I'm saying. They tried to build something, right? When you try to build something, the NBA will reward you. When you only try to tear things down, the NBA will let you tear it down. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly what they did. And the NBA watched us tear it down.
Next year, though, like. And just in case, listen, all right, if we looked out. Right,
I don't give a shit about the draft no more, bro. Like, from here to the end of time, bro. Like, listen, don't tell me about no scouts. Don't tell me about no picks. None of that shit. The plan is simple. Get Claxton and Terrence Mann to F off my team. Now.
At this
Like
point,
not like to it go back to what Leaf was saying. Now you got to go out here and go get a damn power forward. So that means now you might have to go trade for damn Zion at this point now. But this is what it looking like.
What we trading?
you think
Six for Zion? Is that
for
what we doing?
Zion?
No, I'm not
Yes.
trading the sit pit for Zion. I'm just saying
I'm
you
not
gonna have
trading
to
no
go out
picks
here
for
and get.
Zion.
But I'm saying you gonna
How
have
you
to go
gonna
out
get
here
him?
and get
How are
Zion.
you getting Zion? Explain to me.
Bro, it's Claxton
Claxton
Terrence
and
man
Juju
straight.
first.
They ain't making
If
that
they,
trade.
if they ask for a pick, F it. Throw them the pick.
All right.
Bro,
Yeah,
listen,
the entire
I mean,
Gary,
roster is
who gonna be our
garbage.
five?
Gary, it's time to
Yeah.
build it. It's
The
time to put
guard
a
you ever
team
drafted
together,
shit.
bro. The NBA is not doing us no favors. It's
Ashton's
time to
here.
put a team together. We are not, bro. We don't do the draft. That's not what the Nets do. We've never been good at it
Ever. We've
ever.
never drafted ever.
And see, the thing is, now you're gonna have to trade for Zion. You're gonna have to get a power forward because you drafting another guard. You're gonna have to get a power
You
forward, bro.
drafting another guard unless you drafting Kareem Lopez or
Yes,
Nate
that's what
Min.
I'm about to say. And you don't want to do that right now because that shit ain't looking too good right now.
No, the Nets are so bad. Whoever they assess as the best player available, take that guy. Because that'll be the best player on your team.
Yeah, that's what you got to do at this point. You just got to do that. I don't give a damn who you pick. You're gonna have to draft another guard again.
And now you got to get rid of one of the guards you drafted last year. Because
Yep.
where the rotation coming from? Like how Ben Seraph gonna fit on this team when you drafted Keeks Flemings too?
Yep, Nolan too.
LM drop off?
We say Gary?
I said LM dropped off?
Yeah,
he must be dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's fucked up because it's like now you got to start this shit off all the way over.
but that's why I say you got to make moves, bro. Look at the teams that all got a high draft pick. You looking at the Wizards, the Grizzlies, and the Jazz. They all made a move this offseason. They all went acquire talent. You have to acquire talent for them to even think about helping you out. Look when we did it, we traded Anthony Davis to the Lakers. We did the league a favor. You got to acquire talent. And you can't just sit around just saying I'm gonna own all these picks and hopefully they're gonna help me out one day. Never works.
It's like it's fucked
Like,
up.
you gotta do something to prove to them that you trying to do better. You gotta,
So
you gotta
Gary,
acquire talent.
even though Nolan and Keith Slim they bought the same damn players. Either way it go, you start and keep the Fleming. Whoever you get this year, the point guard, they automatically start.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
The highest draft pick y'all had in like 30 years. Hell yeah, they start.
It is. And it's not like we've been good, right? It's not like we're always good, and that's why we don't draft high. It's just because the franchise is a disaster.
Yeah. At least
Kevin O'Connor has
So,
us selecting.
Ashton is a
Flemings at
Oh, guys,
six
I'm sorry,
over-
Dylan. What'd you say?
Kevin O'Connor has us selecting Kingston Flemings at 6 over Darius.
I think he
falls to 7.
But Kingston fits y'all team more than Acuff would. So yeah, like that's why I said Connor would.
They compare him to Mike Conley and Drew Holiday. Acuff they compare to Stephon Marbury and Jamal Murray.
It's my man. What up, DJ?
Yo, what's up,
DJ
Gary?
and CJ. What up, y'all? Oh,
Yeah,
CJ, I got you in here twice.
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
No, you got to knock that one out. That's it. I don't know.
All
We
right.
got
Keep
two
talking.
CJs
Keep
up
talking.
there.
Hang on. Yeah.
Thought that out. Wait, where am I at?
DJ,
Oh,
right
I'm
there.
just dropped off.
Oh.
So DJ, what do the Nets do for you? Do they try to trade for an All-Star? Or do they just draft Wagler or Kingston Flemings or whoever may fall at 6?
I mean, honestly, I mean, me personally, I want them to go get an All-Star, superstar, bro. But it's very, very many out here, bro.
You gotta overpay to get them. I'm telling you, that's what you got.
But like, we don't even have if I got Devin Booker right on my team, why am I trading him to the Nets for pennies, bro? Like that's like I'm gonna trade him for Claxton and Terrence Mann.
You don't even have a package to go get a good player.
That's what I'm saying. And the picks don't interest me because I still want to be at least competitive.
I mean,
No, I don't know what they do, bro. Like they say, I seen somebody say Giannis. Somebody mentioned
Sorry to hearing that shit.
Zion. Like I'm tired of hearing that, bro. They don't have enough to go get those dudes.
They probably have enough to go get Zion, but not no damn
Yeah,
Giannis.
you got enough to get
Well, you can get Giannis.
Well, I mean, they tried. The thing about the Pelicans, they tried to trade Zion, but the problem is that GM over there, he be overpricing Zion like crazy, bro.
Ashton, Ashton's a Pelicans fan, so I'm glad I got him here. What would you take? Like, what would be an acceptable trade package for Zion?
Well, the thing is, what I'm hearing is the assistant, y'all G League coach, what's his name, Steven? We interviewed him for a head coaching job.
He's our assistant coach, Steve Hetzel.
The assistant coach, Steve Hetzel. We've interviewed him, and I'll be honest with you, it's not going to be much. Like, everybody acted like we're acting for a lot. They're acting for probably like a first, Ben Saraf, and matching contracts. Like, that's probably it. It's not going to be that much.
I don't know, bro. I mean, if that's true, I mean, I don't know. That's too low, bro. I feel like that's way too low.
It is, but you got to understand, he is an injury prone player. He has not built up.
But like, I look at it from like a perspective of like, look at what AD went for. AD went, regardless of how anybody feel about AD, he still went for pretty much a lot, bro.
AD was a multiple time All-Star. AD was an All-NBA guy. AD was also a guy that's giving you 28 a night with like great defense.
I agree with that, but I think you can make the argument that both of them be on the same par with injury prone.
Not with AD when he was on the Pelicans, he at least brought you to the playoffs multiple times. Zion's never stepped foot in the playoffs either. So like every other time you talk about Zion, you got to remember it's a negative. It's nothing positive you could talk about. Like his entire career, he's added nothing to his game. He's been the same guy since he walked in the position. But that's the thing, though. You really can't play him as a point guard because he's not that good to be a point guard. He's too small to be a power forward. So he is a guy that just doesn't have a position. Me, if I was the Nets, I'm going all in to try to see how much it would take to get Scotty Barnes. I know they wouldn't do it, but I would. I'm telling you, I would try to go all in to get Scotty Barnes. I know they're not going to do it, but you got to. Is
Toronto looking to change it up, or like, what?
No, I mean they just made the play. They probably going to stick with that.
But I'm saying, we talking in a world where Luka Doncic just got traded after making the finals.
Well, I mean that's an anomaly.
If you make I understand it's an anomaly, but if you make an attempted offer, they're going to hear it out. Like if you offer them the 6th pick and like 3 firsts on top of that. With the matching contracts, whatever, they're gonna hear it out. They're not just gonna say no.
I'm saying no. If I'm Toronto, I'm saying no, bro. That's not interesting to me at all.
They got contracts. They gotta move off anyway. Jakob Poeltl
They'll probably be
5-year. But Poeltl got a 5-year deal, and he ain't going nowhere. Quickly is getting paid $38 million per year for the next 3 years.
Quickly's probably gonna be the one that's going first. He probably.
But that's the thing. They gotta add shit to get rid of him because who wants Quickly for $38 million?
You could probably throw in Quickly and Grady, maybe.
For what?
I mean, just for a better point guard. It don't have to be like a superstar.
But Grady is but Grady is a negative too because he doesn't even get rotation minutes.
I mean, honestly, I think Toronto should go after John Morant. Honestly.
I already said that they should go after Ja and Nick Claxton in a 3-team deal. I actually have one.
Nah, I wouldn't want Claxton because that's another dude that can't shoot.
They just need a big. So like if the deal was to happen, it would probably be like Jakob Poeltl and Quickly heading to Toronto or to Memphis. RJ Barrett heading to Brooklyn, and then Ja and.
Dang, bro, you're gonna send out RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett probably was like the best player in that series.
I agree, but they haven't viewed him as a positive asset in 2 years. There was talks that the Nets were going to trade for him in like what was it, the 9th pick last year?
Yeah.
So
RJ Barrett on our roster, I don't feel like that doesn't do anything.
RJ makes a lot of sense in Brooklyn because Jordy had coached him for Team Canada. There's clearly a connection there. And then we're also in need of a 2 guard. So I think that it makes a lot of sense.
So RJ Barrett, MPJ, I mean, that's not getting us anywhere.
No,
you got
at this point.
Bad for so long.
At this point,
that's what I'm saying. I'm just looking up. I got it on my screen right now, bro.
I was gonna say at this point you're looking to,
bro. It's looking very unavailable. A lot of these dudes, bro.
Yeah, this offseason sucks. At this point, you're probably looking at trying to make the 9th or 10th seed. Maybe looking to trade for your pick in the offseason for 2027, just as a reassurance cushion. And you're looking to probably just make sure you have all the cap space in the world for 2027 when there's a bunch of all-stars available.
Man, fuck NBA, man. Fuck this shit. We got this shit. Yo, Gary, we got this shit back-to-back years. Fuck NBA. Fuck the lottery. Fuck all that shit. Yo, we don't even get the 5th pick. Like we don't even know if we can pick Acuff. Because Acuff probably gonna be
no,
gone.
it ain't. The Clippers not picking
we're just gonna pick whoever's next available, I guess.
The Clippers ain't going to A-Cup. They already got a small guard in Garland.
Yeah, that's why I say they're not going A-Cup.
Hey,
I bet. Don't be surprised.
Real quick, man. I know today's a depressing day, but shout out to the over 270 people who are watching us right now on Twitter. Appreciate you guys for staying on for this long.
We are screwed. Pause. We are screwed. We are the biggest losers. This back-to-back years.
I wouldn't
biggest
say it.
losers.
I ain't gonna lie. Clippers is looking very interesting.
Yeah, hang on.
I wonder what they're gonna do with Kawhi.
Indiana just became a loser. They were either get a top 4 pick or they lost their pick. They just lost their pick.
If I'm the Clippers now, I'm trading Kawhi.
That's okay.
I would too.
They Indiana Pacers.
Kawhi on the Pacers. That would be a nice team, bro.
No, not Kawhi. No, I'm trading Kawhi in general.
Yeah, because if they select Wagler at 5, you'd have Garland at the 1, Wagler at the 2, and Mathurin at the 3.
You
Depending
remember
on what the return is that you get for Kawhi, you could get your power forward and center out of that. So.
You remember in Breezy thing and Gary when you did the streams, I was saying they won too many games.
Is it crazy to say
we should have won
Kawhi
like
for
14 games, yo?
We should have
won 14 games.
I said, is it crazy to say Kawhi for Cat?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, but Peoples, why not just go 0-82? Why would
20 games, Gary? 20 games was too much because
why not go
too much at stake.
0-82?
And look, Gary, look, it almost went by the worst records. It did. Worst record got the number 1 pick.
People, I want you to answer.
The worst got the number 1 pick.
Can you answer my question? I'll let you spur out all you want after you answer my question. Why not go 0-82?
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't have minded.
No.
I wouldn't have minded.
Why not go 0-82?
I wouldn't have minded. What gives a fuck about?
I got a better one. Why not go 82-0 this year?
How the fuck are you gonna do? Nobody goes.
You
82.
win your game. You just
hey. Let me jump in here for a second because I'm not sure how true this is. But does anybody know?
It's over.
Does anybody know who Brooklyn's beat is on Twitter?
It's over for us.
No,
I don't know who that is.
That's why your boy what's his name?
Hang on. Let's
he's got 4.6K. He's been right about a couple of things in the past, but he just said it on the hot seat per what I'm hearing, Sean Marks.
Fuck Kangaroo Sean.
What you say?
If I see him in real life.
He's saying that he's hearing Sean Marks maybe on the hot seat. They should fire him immediately.
It's too late. These were the 2 drafts you had to rebuild the franchise.
The seat been on fire for a minute.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Only Nets would get the 8th pick and the 6th pick back-to-back years. You know that, right? It would only happen to the Nets.
I would have rather it happen last year.
I've been doing this for 26
right
years.
now,
I would rather
it's like dumping your cheating whore girlfriend who already gave you syphilis. It's too late. It's too late. Like
it's over. It's over. We got the 6th.
So Gary, you think he stays then?
It's over.
So
it doesn't matter. Like, no, I want him fired. I don't know what.
No, I'm not saying that.
Can Joel be retired? This motherfucker's holding his back. Like
I don't know.
It's looking likely like he's staying, bro. It's looking like he's staying.
I think so too. I hate to say it, but I think so.
You know what? I'd rather hire Barbara Streisand from Sunset Park when she was a coach.
What is Bob Myers doing right now, bro? Is he still on ESPN and stuff, bro?
It's over for us, man. Do you guys realize that? It's over for us. Who we gonna pick? Okay, Wagler, I guess.
Nah, he's probably getting picked at 5.
And then top three picks gonna be like superstars.
I would say there's 3 options, people. I would say it's Wagler, Acuff if he falls to 6, or Kingston Flemings. Yeah,
I'd rather take Kingston Flemings.
I'm not too excited. I'll be honest. I'm not too excited. I see those guys play.
Just go for a wing at least. I mean,
not too excited.
They're not going to. It's either you picking Nate Amin higher or you're going Koa Pete. Not Koa Pete. What's the Kareem Lopez? That's the thing.
Oh hell no.
The best thing is your quote unquote star player in MPJ just
Koa
complained
got
about.
upside though.
Yeah, but hang on. Your star player, quote unquote, MPJ, just complained about there wasn't much flow of the offense. He really needs a point guard. Why not just go get one of the best point guards in the draft now? Because he doesn't.
That's the GM's fault. He put together a team that can't score, bro.
can't believe we didn't even crack top 4, top 5. We didn't even crack top 5.
Well, you didn't crack top 5 because you weren't one of the worst. You wasn't worse than Indiana.
Of course.
The only scenario.
Of course we wasn't. Of course we wasn't.
Hold on. The only scenario that I can think of where the Nets can move up is if Memphis decides to take upside rather than pick, where they go Wilson at 3 and Chicago's at 4. That's the only way that I can see Brooklyn moving up to 4.
I think I just got a wrinkle right next to my eye today.
I think no matter what, Chicago probably goes Boozer, or they go Boozer or Caleb, whoever's there. I don't think
Memphis has the 4th pick, right?
No, Memphis has 3. I don't know if Chicago will feel Boozer and Giddy is a good fit next to him.
Look, whoever we're gonna pick, it's not gonna be those top 3 guys.
My thing is, in the draft, I don't look at fit because again.
No, of course, but Chicago was already rumored to be interested.
Well, it depends on your team. It depends where you are. Like the Nets don't look at fit.
MPJ and pick 6 for
like
a couple salaries.
I'll say this again. I kept arguing with Nets fans the other day. They, like last year, they kept saying we were going Kamal Maluach. I said no, we were going Fears. I told them all that, and it's same thing. Like I said, they went Jeremiah Fears. They looked for the future. So I
guess either Flemings or Acuff.
It's going to be Flemings.
You'll see Acuff will be gone at number 5.
I don't think he's going 5. I think it's going to be Wadler at 5.
You think so? So?
Because it just doesn't make sense for the Clippers. They have Garland locked up after the trade. He's on.
Kawhi might get traded in all season. Bro.
Yeah, Kawhi getting traded will bring back assets. They can probably find a starting center and power forward from that deal.
But I just don't know if
they're
going to
bring back
terrible contract he on.
Somebody would take it. He was balling out later in the year.
I think at this point, Mike's getting traded. Unfortunately,
but that's 1 year though. I mean, that's what is it? His first year playing all the games.
Getting traded?
Yeah, I think at this point, Mike's getting traded.
Yeah, might as well.
Because if there's a way where you get Peyton Watson, then and you're forced into drafting a guard,
I'm interested in Chicago, bro. Who is Chicago going to pick, bro?
If you trade MPJ, I don't think you're getting Peyton Watson. I don't think Peyton Watson would sign here without MPJ.
It's still a team with money.
So we'll pick a shadow of top 3, top 4 guys. Whoever we're gonna pick, it will be a shadow.
I mean, if you get Kingsley Flemings or Darius Acuff, I like those two. Like, it's no matter what, you still get a good player. It's not one of the top picks, but you still get a good player regardless.
I understand, but I'm saying, but they're not top 3 picks. They're not even Caleb Wilson.
But that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you just gotta go out there and trade for a franchise guy. Like, I understand y'all had bad luck with trading, but at the end of the day, just because it didn't work, you still have to still try. Like, look at the 3 teams I said earlier. You're talking about Memphis. You're talking about Washington and Utah.
But they had assets,
hang on. But they didn't sit on their ass. That's what I'm saying.
It'll honestly be interesting to see if DeBonsta demands Washington trades that pick, because there was already talks earlier in the week.
You see his face on the draft lottery, bro.
You know, it's not gonna be no net swooping and
I mean, genuinely the only way that's even possible is if you're giving up 5 future first round picks that are unprotected.
Yeah.
And maybe I don't even know, probably like Nolan Treyarch.
Good luck, AJ. I mean, you're gonna be over there.
You're gonna be making the Wizards the whole OKC all over again. It's gonna be the same thing. So you
probably, but honestly, at the end of the day, too, like I would do it. I really would. Because I truly think that 3 of these top 4 guys.
If I was whoever's going to be number 1 pick, I'd be like, I'm not playing fucking Washington, man. Crazy.
I mean, you're gonna be doing an AJ DeBonsta. He didn't want to play in Utah, and look at him. He's balling out in Utah.
Look, nobody's gonna trade.
Yeah, but for how long?
Trade down with us.
Nobody. For how long? For 7 more years, because they have the draft rights to. They have the rights to re-sign him. So he's gonna be there for 7 more years.
You guys really think Bulls gonna give up Caleb Wilson? Or do they have a number 4 pick? Fuck out of here! They're not doing that shit.
They're not doing it. Chicago's been sucking for a while, so they're not giving him no pick.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be like it is. AJ 1, DP 2, Boozer 3.
I think it's gonna end up being DP 1, AJ 2.
Really?
I think they're going to try and find any way possible to get AJ in Utah.
Is it Gary? Is it crazy to say that Chicago might actually be good next season?
It depends on their free agency. If they go and get Peyton Watson,
let's look at the free agency. Let's see how that goes. I mean,
they're going to have to sign one of Peyton
because
Watson
before the end of the season, it was like what I think the 8th, 9th seed.
Yeah, but Chicago, if you go look, their GM and owner was just talking about tanking. Like they literally said, we're going to be in a rebuild. We're not planning on winning.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Nobody's gonna trade down because they're trading down.
Yeah,
what else? Nobody's gonna.
Like no one's trading down unless it's from like 1 to 2. If you really like Peterson, but no one's trading down in this draft.
It's like last year's draft. Everybody kept saying somebody's going to trade down. No one did.
Yeah. Okay.
Why would you trade down? Like, why would you take a bunch of guys instead of getting a star?
No, this year is deeper and there's better prospects. Why the fuck they would trade, especially with the Nets?
That's my point. Like, what would you rather have?
Nobody like us
this year where they got Edgecombe and nothing else, or would you rather have the Nets pick where they got 5 dudes? You would take Edgecombe, right? Like it's not even close. It's like if you could say I would trade the Phillies 1 pick for the Nets 5 pick, you would just take Phillies pick because the Nets 5 picks are nothing. It's nothing.
You get a guy that's pretty much putting up 30 points in the fucking playoffs right now as a rookie,
yeah. And the Nets got 5 guys.
How much points AJ DeBonta averaging next year?
Some of them. What was that?
How much point AJ DeBonta averaging next year? Because he's not gonna have the ball in his hand. Like that.
I don't know. Like it's the Wizards, bro. Like you gotta understand, they got guys over there. Like
Trey Johnson over there too. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's why I said you gotta play. You can't sit on your ass, bro. Look at it. They were making moves this offseason, like in the trade deadline. They went and got Trae Young and Anthony Davis. They were proving to the league that they were doing something. They got the number 1 pick.
Yep.
The fucking Utah Jazz. They got Jared Jackson Jr. They had this young core built with Ace Bailey and Kingston Flemings. They get the number 2.
Bro, the answer was in front of us the whole fucking time. We should have just traded for Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
Pelicans trade Anthony Davis in 2019. They get the number 1 pick. Mavs trade for Anthony Davis. They get the number 1 pick in 2025. Wizards trade for Anthony Davis in 2026, and they get the number 1 pick. What the fuck, dude? Go get your pick back and go get Anthony Davis.
Go get the Brown, man. That's all you got to do. Y'all wanted a power forward? Go get the Brown.
At this fucking point.
That Brown is lucky as a shoehorn, bro. You got to go get that.
The other question I want to ask is, can we get our swap back from Houston?
Definitely.
You got to give up multiple picks like you did last year or the year before.
I don't even think it's going to cost that much because they're considering it a weaker class.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do you want to do that? Is it worth it?
I would still do it.
Okay.
If they whoever the Clippers, if they don't pick Acuff, Nets better pick Acuff right after that, man.
I don't think y'all.
Better.
I already
because he's like he got the something different. He got something different.
He does, but like also he doesn't kind of fit the team. Like the guy that really would fit you better would be Kingston Flemings. If you think about you got to think about it. You had 5 young guys. You're trying to build out a.
And he scored like 42 points 1 game this season, right? Or
yeah,
40
points. So did Kingston Flemings.
Kingston Flemings. Keeps Flemings did the same thing.
Nah, I was talking about Kingston Flemings. I know Acuff scored 40. I already know. I don't know.
50.
Yeah, like every bad thing.
If they pick Acuff, then we have to pick fucking Wagler. I mean, how is he a skinny guy though, right? Oh man, skinny guy. That shit is crazy.
Y'all need some weight rooms in Brooklyn. That's what it is. That's what it seemed like.
But what does he? How does he play? Does he who does he compare to? I know they say like Steph Curry or some shit shooting.
No, any thought that Steph Curry comparison. Only one Steph.
Nah. Somebody says on TV whenever before the lottery.
I know they said that. And he stopped saying that. Only one Steph
Curry.
Said
the same thing about Con Canoe.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to the draft this year, man. So fuck that.
Yeah, no, that's out. Yeah,
I think if Nets if they get lucky with Acuff probably gonna be might be like a star.
Maybe. Where is the draft at this year?
It's in Brooklyn.
Oh, it's in Brooklyn again. Oh.
Yep.
So
at
least we don't have to worry about no fucking picks because we ain't got no picks. That's it. At least we don't have to fucking sweating bullets.
By the way,
like
the most recent mock draft that just came out after the lottery, the Nets select Kingston Flemings at 6, Sergio Delaria at 33, and Zubi Ejiofor at 43.
See?
So 2 point guards again, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have
That's
ourselves a
crazy.
fucking year.
I don't think so. I think 33 and 43 is gonna be like a center and power forward or shooting forward.
At this point, the Nets need to trade for another top 20 pick. That's all that needs to be done.
Hey, Dylan, how realistic that trade is you have post on your profile on Instagram? Yeah.
Oh my God, get the OKC. They got the 12th pick.
I think it's very realistic that the Nets can trade up for 17. If you take on Hartenstein's contract and give up Claxton and a future first, 100%. Hartenstein and 17 for Claxton and the 2029 least favorable swap between Dallas, Phoenix, and Houston.
Nah,
I think that makes a lot of sense.
OKC getting Claxton. I'm not.
OKC's not going to give up 12 because they're probably going to get Yaxel on the board. But they'll give up 17. They can't even take on more than one player in this year's draft because they don't have the roster space.
Yeah, ain't they? Yeah, like they got too much money, but maybe they're gonna keep the 12th pick. Maybe they're gonna take a chance and be like,
well, that's what I'm saying. They're going to keep the 12th pick. They're probably going to go with Yaxel. The only way I can see them moving off of 12 is if Yaxel goes to Golden State.
Yeah, but if I'm y'all with the 17, I would take a chance if Kristen had juniors there. I would definitely say he could fit with the Nets.
I don't honestly trust Snag. If I'm at 17, I'm looking at Cameron Carr, Allen Graves, Amari Allen, and Ade Mara or Hannah Steinbeck. Those are the 5 that I would look at there.
Bro, they probably gonna trade Lou Dort, bro.
I think they're going to decline Dort's option. I think they're going to trade Hartenstein.
Yeah.
Nah, if I had to choose, I gotta trade Lou Dort, bro.
But like the thing is, you understand. Well, I'm gonna
Hartenstein is too valuable to that team, bro.
But no matter what, they put too much money on the 3 guys, so they can't really keep all of them. I'm about to go look up their contract situation right now. Hang on.
Lou Dort, I think, got 2 years left.
No, yeah, but once this year ends, he got 1 year left on the deal.
Fuck it. Why don't we trade Claxton and 3 future first round picks for fucking 12 and 17 at this point? Might as well package up 6 and 12 for fucking 3 or 4.
And we got what, 2 second-round picks in this draft?
Yeah, 33 and 43.
33 is not bad though. 33 is like almost like a late.
It's not
round.
good. It's not good anymore.
Almost.
It's not good anymore because half the good talent that was projected in the late first, early second.
Oh man, I don't think nobody's more cursed than us.
No, majority of the good players.
Dylan, can we package 33 and 44 and get like 27, 28, something like that?
Probably. I'd look at LA and Cleveland. Right? Cleveland makes the most sense if you package up 33 and 43 to move up to 29. But
yeah,
even at that point, what are you getting out of it?
Yeah, no, I get it.
I mean, you could also do it with Dallas. Dallas don't have that much draft capital. You might got to add another second.
Yeah, but I wouldn't trade up. I wouldn't trade 33 and 43 to move up 3 spots.
But
if I'm doing it, I want to move up at least 5.
Yeah, but I'm saying like maybe like a different pick. I'm not talking about the 2 picks. I'm talking about like
I'll do it to move up 33, but like you need to get me a good player. Is it a good player we can draft at 29? If there's not, there's no point in doing it. Like I don't want a bunch of guys. I want guys we think that are good. If you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, you could be looking at Isaiah Evans, Tunde Yesufu, Amari Allen, Malik Thomas, Corey.
Yeah, he was falling in a bunch of drafts. They got him
couple of options there.
They got him right around 25.
The big thing for me is whether or not Juke Harris declares for the draft. If he declares, then all right, I'm fine with staying at 33 because I think he'll be there. But I mean, it's just this is a fucked up situation to be in. It's not fun.
You talking about the dude from Wake Forest, right?
Yep. 6'7" wing.
I like Henry Vassir. I think wouldn't he be around that area too? Early second.
He's going to be in that like 26 through 35 range.
Yeah. Ugh. He's a new modern day big. Yeah.
Now,
I like Trevon Brazil at 43 from Arkansas. That's who I want badly. I think he's a very good talent.
Now, well, skeptics who thought that the curse is not real, all that bullshit, it is real. Nets are cursed. It's facts.
Appreciate you, DJ. Appreciate you. I gotta wrap this up in a minute or two. You guys want to stay on? I can leave it on. You guys want to keep going?
I'm gonna head
Can
out.
you leave it
probably.
on?
I can leave it. I'm not gonna be here, but I can leave it on.
Nets fans are so depressed.
Yeah, I gotta go
mean,
drink some more.
we've been at this for 2.5 hours. I'm just out of things. I'm out of things to say. I'm not in a
I'm
good mood,
definitely
obviously. Like, I'm
depressed
not
over it.
chipper and happy right now. That's for sure. LM found that out. Like,
I'm depressed.
What up,
Fucking
LBL?
your LM is over for us, man. It's over. It's over for us.
I won't go that far.
I mean, you
The
know,
The only hope at this point is if and when Utah or San Antonio decides to trade Harper or Bailey, because it's like they're both in bad situations now. Harper's never going to get the full-time start until they move off of Fox, if and when they do that. Ace now that they took number 2, like it's going to be.
Well, let me ask you about that, Dylan. Can you play Debanza and Ace together? Is that a possibility, or is it just like
no? Because they still have to figure out what they're doing with Lowry, Jaren Jackson, and Walker Kessler. Like if all 3 of those guys are back and they get Debanza or Peterson, Ace shifts out of the starting lineup. That's when I think they'll demand the trade.
Yeah.
All right. I'll give. Hang on. I'll give you 6 for Ace Bailey.
They won't do that.
I honestly, I don't see why they wouldn't do that. But at the same time, I don't think I'd give up that high of value for a guy that's unproven still. They took him at 6.
Because you're going to draft a guy who's unproven. Like who? I guess the question is, if you decide I'd rather have Ace Bailey than Kingston Flemings or Akoff or whoever's there.
I would just simply trade.
Don't sleep on Akoff.
I would probably just trade 2 future firsts and
don't sleep on Akoff.
2 future firsts and then like Zaire or like Clowney, like somebody young that they can add to their rotation.
And the next one is Washington. Like Washington got a bunch of young talent that they can't play all at once. Like look at it, they got Trey Johnson. If they draft Darren Peterson, Trey Johnson falls out of road. He's on the bench.
Trey Johnson, though, I don't think is an established starter in the league if they're going to be competitive. I think he's more of a 6-man, like a Cam Thomas.
Yeah, I'm good. I watched him every single game at Texas. He's not. He's not. That was the one guy I said under no circumstance draft him for the Nets. Like, do not draft him. Like that is not an option at all. He's not.
Who, Nate Ahmed?
No, Trey Johnson last year. Talk about Trey Johnson.
Even at that, Keontae George, like he's going to be if they draft, let's just say AJ DeBonsa, like Keontae George, he falls out of rotation. Like it's a world where whichever way they go, somebody's falling out of rotation. That's a young guy that somebody could go acquire.
They'll find a way to get on the court, man. They lottery picks.
So you made that trade last year on draft night where everyone hated on it. Looking back on it, now that we know where Atlanta's picking, how do you feel about that trade?
It was still a bad trade, but I live with it. Like it's cool. Like at least I didn't give him a top 4. It's still a bad trade regardless, but at least I didn't give him AJ DeBonsa. I didn't give him Derek Peters. I didn't give him.
You got Derek Queen, and you traded. Where did Atlanta end up picking? 14.
Oh, we had it was the 12th pick.
It was 12th pick. Okay,
no, 13.
13. 13. So you got Derek Queen for the 13th pick. Isn't that a win for you? Like Derek Queen's probably better than whoever you're going to pick at 13.
Yeah, like I really do like Derek Queen.
I think so.
Him and Fears were the 2 guys I wanted anyway. So I'm cool with it regardless.
Hold on. I want to say this about Chicago. They got Noah Singles. What the hell they gonna do with him?
Who cares? We lost. We lost a lot of
it. He grew. I heard he grew he grew over this offseason. He's like 6'11" now, like damn near 7 feet.
Yeah, that's crazy. They got Noah Singles. I just thought about that.
Noah Singles didn't play this year at all, did he? He missed the whole season, right?
No, he played. He just got hurt very early. He didn't do nothing when he played though.
Noah Singles played this year for the Bulls?
Yeah, they put on bullshit minutes, like like Bronny James minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought
we gotta get that Thunder pick. I know Thunder don't need that 12th pick. I feel like they don't need it.
Nah, they keeping that 12th pick.
That's fucked up.
Yeah,
that's
fucked up. You gotta play ball with him, man. Like y'all gotta play ball. Like I say, y'all gotta take back something bad. Like that's how teams do. If you want to move, it's never an even trade.
The Nets gonna be the most desperate this NBA draft and offseason is gonna be. They're gonna be the most desperate motherfuckers. Watch, they're gonna be because they know they fucked it up. They know they want 26 games and 20 games for no reason. For
It's
no
all right.
reason.
Y'all
You
gonna
said-
be winning. Y'all be winning less games than that probably next year.
Well,
I'm
they're
saying,
not going to win less because they're not going to tank, right? Like this year, they tried to lose as much as possible. They're not going to do that next
Yeah, but
year.
not many teams are gonna tank no more because of new rules.
That's true too. Good point, Ashton. That's true. You're not, fair.
Yo, y'all seeing Vince Carter's face, and he was like, "We should have been in New Jersey." That's what he was saying. We should have been in New Jersey.
Stop with that New
Like
Jersey
New
shit.
Jersey Nets.
Hey
I'm
Gary,
trying
you
to
want to
get
know something? I'm telling you, we were trying to win games and we barely won 28. I'm telling you, we are probably gonna win 8 games next year, and I'm cool with it.
Well, I mean, I guess that depends on do you have Zion or not next year.
Even we won 28 games with Zion.
That's
he
true.
He played 60 games. Like
That's
trust
true.
me, we have no spacing. We're not gonna win.
Yeah.
It's not gonna.
So Gary, I guess what
It's
we
over.
draft, they the number one option now.
What was that?
What we draft, they the number one option.
I mean, well, Michael Porter Jr. Unless we trade Michael Porter Jr. I mean, let's see how this offseason goes. Like, I'm trying to stay optimistic. I'm obviously like 10 out of 10 pissed, but I'm trying to stay optimistic here. Like, let's see how the offseason goes.
They better get rid of Nicholas. They better get rid of Michael.
But who is taking? I'm all for getting rid of Claxton. Who is giving you anything of value for him?
Lakers need the power forward.
Yeah, the Lakers
whatever.
probably, but shit, that's my only damn guess. I can't really tell you.
You just get rid of it because you know you lost back-to-back lottery years. You know what I mean? That just start different. Just start some different
But
shit.
you got to take back a contract. What contract are you taking back? Like that
It does. I mean, whatever the contract we take back, man. What you know what I mean? Like, who cares now? 'Cause even if we give up the high pick to a Rockets, it doesn't matter because we fucked it up. It don't matter now.
I think
you still gotta you still gotta have a plan at the end of the day. Like your plan was tank, it didn't work. Cool. What's your backup plan? You just saying trade with the Lakers. Like just
there was never a backup plan. The plan was to try to win a lottery. It's like, how are you going to pay your bills this month? Well, I'll just win the lottery. Well, what happens if you don't win the lottery? Oh, it's like that's not really a plan at all.
Garrett, the one thing you could really agree on, because I'm tired of y'all hearing, y'all saying this. We got a true point guard now because everybody was saying, "Well, we need a point guard. We need this and that." Well, now you finna draft a point guard.
Kingston Fleming is a true point guard. He is.
Yep. So last year's draft was
I think
completely
Acuff
for naught,
was better.
which was the most important draft we ever
Offensively,
had. It was all for naught. Like, you got nothing out of it.
But Kingston Fleming is like a two-way point guard that you will want.
No, Kingston Fleming can play defense though. Yeah, he can shut you down. That's true.
And now that's going to help out Igor. Like you got what I'm saying? He helps out Igor a lot more.
Yeah, he definitely will.
So so if the Clippers pick Kingston Flemings, you guys okay with Acuff?
They not
or
picking him.
You want
Hell
Wagner?
no. I'm telling you, they're not picking him.
Yeah, they're not picking. But even if they did, let's say God forbid they did, y'all probably going Keaton Wagler afterwards because Keaton Wagler fits better. But I'm saying if we're just saying Keaton Wagler gets taken beforehand, which is most likely going to happen, Kingston Flemings would be the next guy, and then you're gonna have Darius Acuff go to Sacramento. And then he's gonna do what he does.
I hope they don't they pass up. I hope it's not gonna be like that. They're gonna pass up on Acuff and shit. And Acuff gonna tear the shit in the NBA.
I gotta cut this off.
That's fucked up. That's gonna be fucked up.
314 people watching. Thank you for hanging through this. I know this didn't go the way we wanted it to go, but appreciate everyone dropping on. Ashton, it's good meeting you. CJ, LBL, Peoples, always.
That shit one.
It's May 10th, 2026 from Texas to the world. Thank y'all and God bless.